Welcome to the SID's View podcast.
Oh my goodness.
I could tell that was going to happen. You could hear a break.
No shot of succeeding on that one.
Welcome. How do I do? Welcome.
That's not as good.
Yeah, it's kind of dark.
Are you seriously?
It's going to be floaty. You're kind of going dark. So it's a fine line.
Yes, it's just a little airier. A little airy.
Mine's welcoming.
Area?
Right.
What the hell's area?
I don't know.
Welcome.
Oh my god.
Well, if you want to do some real ASMR. Wait, no, maybe I'll save that for next show.
Some what?
Do an intro, huh?
ASMR.
That's what that is. ASMR.
Do you
It
not
is?
like ASMR?
I don't even know what that is. I mean, you guys are
You
talking.
don't fall asleep to it every
No.
night?
Are you kidding me? My wife puts the TV on. That's what I fall asleep to.
Oh, I can't do
Yeah.
it. My mom also does
Friends.
that.
She puts Friends on, and it pisses me off, and I go to bed. Like,
I fall asleep to binaural noise.
So you know every episode of Friends by no choice
no,
of your own?
No, I watch it. I sometimes I watch it.
It's funny.
Yeah,
The
but
early years are funny.
it's nonstop at my house.
Yeah.
It really is. Like Friends. Like, who watches Friends that much?
Yep.
Are they live?
No, they're all no. What's his name? Chandler died.
Oh, did you
coming
hear
back?
about that?
What's his name?
Chandler.
Chandler. What's Chandler's name?
The actor?
Yeah,
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, he died in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Chandler Bing.
In the hot tub.
Oh yeah, he was in a sitcom.
Oh, that's
my
messed up right there.
Yeah, whatever.
So did
What are we
anyone
talking
listen
about?
to Sabrina's new album?
No.
Who the hell is Sabrina?
No.
Sabrina Carpenter?
No, that
Shake
is
my head.
that is an industry plant artist.
No,
right
Remy, you're the only dork here.
Hi.
Sabrina.
That's been like all over my social media.
Really? Oh, that's called algorithm. That's because you listen to it.
Right.
Thank you.
Good for you, Diego.
Hell yeah.
At least you know something about social
Oh,
media.
oh my God. Don't start your crap.
Listen, Remy might be the only Sabrina dork here, but everybody in this room is a freaking dork to some extent.
Yeah.
Did you really think
Everybody.
any of us were going to answer that question? Yes.
What, Sabrina?
I wanted to know
okay,
that
to be
Diego
fair-
was like, yeah.
There's like a
Just-
10% chance
I don't even
that
know
I
who
could have
Sabrina
listened to it.
is.
Right.
Teenage
Sabrina
Witch.
Carpenter.
Is it the Teenage Witch?
She was on
I know.
Girl
That's what
Meets
Dave
World.
is saying.
Or, yeah.
Can
Girl
you see
Meets
Jason Palmer in his shop listening to Sabrina Carpenter while he's working on the
World.
Jason, is that you?
Absolutely.
I like Tyler Carpenter better.
What kind of music you think he listens to? If you looked at him, what do you
If
think?
I looked at him and I was like, I don't know anything about you.
He's a classic
could-
rock guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
about
gonna
to
say,
say,
yeah,
no, I'm
100%.
gonna say Pearl Jam. No Pearl Jam.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Hell
good
yeah.
with Pearl
A
Jam.
little Creed.
See, we might
Little
have to do
heavy.
some music afterwards, after the live show. 30 seconds, by the way.
Little heavy metal.
No, listen,
Little
Remy,
heavy.
we're getting
Oh, you're into the
complaints
metal?
that we don't
Breaking
that-
Benjamin.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan.
Oh yeah.
that we don't do enough rock
Only
and
heavy
roll.
metal I like is Metallica. And is that heavy? It's not even
No,
heavy.
that's not
No,
even heavy
that's
anymore.
old school.
Now
Not
it's
by
considered
today's
classic.
standards.
yeah, old
like
school.
Metallica.
I want like sleep with one eye open. That's
All right,
how
here
I
we go.
sleep.
Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Man Cave. Jason Palmer's air guitar is already cracking me up. We got a lot going on. We're having a good time. Diego's in the house. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, man? Looking forward to a really fun show. It's been a fun pregame show. Looking forward to the real deal now.
That's right. And look who's back from her mother's 79-day birthday celebration. It's our girl Rems on the controls.
Am I going to be the one doing this?
Well, I called up Tyler Chapman, but he's still driving around the Speedbowl trying to find Charlie Beal.
yo. I'm finally back in the man cave.
Nice.
Everyone must be happy. I'm so happy to be back.
My
Let's do
yo-yo-yo
this.
was better.
Nah.
Yeah, she veered off her standard thing. We'll talk about that later. Rob's in the bullpen, though.
Aloha, Mr.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man Rob back here again. It's been a long week working on some projects. I've had about as many hours of sleep as Chris Jones has had suspensions, but we're locked, loaded, and hoping to make the trip out to Waterford tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, nice. All right. The Wednesday series is getting down to the nitty-gritty as
Yep.
well. So listen, if you want to join the fun, because we are having a good time, become a member. Go to youtube.com/SidsView/join. Become a member. Join the live chat. You can also participate in our Who Won the Week segment later on in the show. We're also thrilled that we have the Seekonk Grand Prix hot seat is occupied once again. And this time, we have the 8-time champion from the Waterford Speedbowl, Jason Palmer's in the house. What's up, my man?
It's only getting hotter in this seat, man. I feel like we need a little air conditioning over here, but thanks for having me.
We're having a good time tonight for sure. And we also want to thank our friends over at Monaco Ford. They will be once again sponsoring our results ticker. So the bottom of the screen for the remainder of the show, you'll see the top 5 finishers of all the weekend's events. And Diego, where should we start here? We had a lot. There's a lot to get to today.
Dude, man, I mean, listen, it seems like Stafford makes headlines weekly, and it didn't fail again this week, only for different reasons. And, Chris Jones, making his return to Stafford. I know he's been back a couple weeks, and what's really amazing to me is things don't change. Like, he's true to who he is.
The only thing more amazing than the fact that they let him back onto the racetrack is that he got thrown out again.
Dude.
That's basically all I know about this dude. I don't even really know him, other than he gets thrown out all the time for acting like this.
Chris Jones, I'm sure Palmer could tell you the dude used to win some races. He would win up there. He was fast as heck.
Yeah.
But he
had meltdowns constantly.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Serious this week. I see the donuts going on. I'm sitting in the garage, and I'm like, dude, I can't believe he's doing it again.
No, it's insanity. I'm in the TV trailer, right? And I'm like, this is egregious. Like, this is the worst thing I've seen since I started working here. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is normal for him. Like, this is just standard behavior. I'm like,
you thought it was
normal?
the worst thing? I mean, I was going to vote him for Who Won the Week.
Hey, listen, we'll get to that later, Diego. You might not be the only one.
I mean, it was pretty entertaining for sure. But I don't know what happened there. He kept getting black flagged. Then he was racing again. I was like, I was having a really hard time following from home because I knew he had gotten a black flag, and then, then the donuts happen, and everything else is history. But the fines levied on him.
Come on, that was a little deserved, don't you think?
Well, I don't know. It was like the fine was like pretty much like don't ever come back. But I don't think Jones even cares. If he wanted to come back, he'd probably pay it.
Who has more indefinite suspensions, Chris Jones at Stafford or Ray Downing Jr. at the Speedbowl? It's getting close. We're going to have to do like a Tyler Chapman.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get that
the tape graphic for that one.
Did you see one of them? I guess he must have left 25 tires or something. There was $100 per tire.
Yeah, right.
He must have just scattered every tire he had over the pit area and just drove away.
That's an epic meltdown. Right. You're putting effort in, man.
Right.
And that was that his first race of the year?
I think he's been back.
For Chris Jones?
Yeah.
Let me check on that.
I think he's been back, but listen, whether Stafford has that going on or great racing, and they just always seem to make part of the headlines for our show weekly. And this week, I don't know if it was on such a positive level, but they made it. And then we had double features at the Speedbowl.
Yeah.
Right? For the late models.
A lot to talk about there.
Talk about there.
We timed Jason's appearance in the
Second
studio.
right now,
Yep.
And that was Chris Jones' first show of the year.
Oh, was it?
What a way to make a return to Stafford,
That's amazing.
man. It's incredible. I can't even believe it.
I know that he had a car up at Rocco's, and I didn't know. I mean, that was a while ago, and I just wasn't sure what was going on. But, I think what's his name, Prucker? Yeah. Prucker got to feel the wrath of him a couple times, right? And I actually, if you watch the heat race, he was tinkering around with the route. I kept watching, and he was sending it in there like 3 cars deeper than the route.
Yeah.
And it was like, I said, he's going to plinko a route. And then a route just backed off and just let him go because they were in last. And I could tell Jones was like making up for like 10 years of not being there. He was going for it.
Yeah.
The long and the short of it is like, so listen, I could be in the same situation if I ever make a return appearance to racing. You always feel like you can do it. I'm not going to say you can't do it, but you always feel like you could do it until you take in like 10 years off and you realize, oh my God.
Right.
Am I missing the boat here? Damn, I used to be able to do this really good, especially for that division. That division's next level over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of guys there. I mean, not to say it wasn't back then, but, you see a lot of good cars there. To think you're going to come back and dominate is probably not going to happen. But I don't know, man. That's pretty much what I got. I watched a lot of that.
Yeah.
Putting our car back together. Then I come to the bowl and enjoy a nice night. We had
Yeah, I loved Kyle, Ricky, and Ben Dodges. Like, they're just like, well, we've seen this story before. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like unbelievable.
Yeah,
I think they were shocked that in his first race back, it was happening again.
You know what? It brought me back.
I don't know. Nobody seemed shocked. Nobody seemed that shocked.
It brought me back to, I feel like, to the 90s.
Yeah,
Or,
right.
you know, like when I used to go to the Speedbowl and Jimmy Lloyd and Jimmy Ricks, they would be jumping on the hood of the car, blowing donuts. I mean, it was getting, you know, it was like back to that vibe real fast. Like,
Yeah.
it'll just bring you back real fast because that stuff, that doesn't happen anymore, really.
I remember like early mid 2000s, in the days of the forum on Jeff Pearl's site,
Yeah.
being like long-winded threads about Chris Jones meltdowns. Like,
Yeah.
that's 20 years ago already.
He was one of those guys, I really believe. Like, so there's a few guys that you race with, and I'm sure Palmer could tell you that you are gonna, like, you get to them, and you're like,
I hope this goes
no,
well.
I gotta tiptoe here because you know, if you bang them on accident,
Yeah,
it could be retaliation. I mean, if you're gonna bang them,
right.
you might as well bang them way the hell out of the way.
Right.
And so he can't get you. And there's a few guys like that race or at the Speedbowl in an SK or a late model. I mean, we used to do it back in the day. Sean would say, wait, just wait. Wait till the guy to catch you before you pass him because you knew he was going to get you. There's some of
Yeah.
them guys. But at any rate, you know, it was fun to watch. And then the Speedbowl replayed it like Chapman and Beal.
Dude,
it was
unbelievable.
It was almost a replay there. I was like, it was back-to-back nights of just meltdowns on the track for sure.
All right. Well, why don't we let Remy get started here because and we'll get into more as as she runs down all the results. So we're glad to have her back, and we're also thrilled that for this week we got Fowler's Auto Wrecking's back in the house as a sponsor of this week's weekly update. And I wish I could just get there. We go. It is
shout out Fowler's.
Doing great. Okay. First off, I just want to say a special shout out to JJ for giving me the little Remy's crackers.
That's pretty sweet.
yeah.
It was
know.
super important.
I love this.
It was super important for her to bring him home and bring him to you. And nice little effect you're having on my kid, Rem.
Yep.
I
Yeah, I
love
got
her.
some too. I mean, I'm not named Remy, so it's not as cool, but I don't know, maybe Rob's froze crackers. I guess beggars can't be choosers.
What
Thanks,
am I,
JJ.
chop liver?
Yeah, well,
right?
no.
Right.
Well, no. You got ousted out of the family Saturday. So only these guys.
What about me? It's the Sid's View podcast.
No, you're on a diet.
Okay.
You're on an IOU.
Touche. Can't argue with that. Remy, continue.
Okay. So, Wild and Wacky Wednesday at the Speedbowl. Super X Cars, Bill Rayum. X Cars, Corey Caddick. Legend Cars, Jacob Byrne. And Bandoleros, David Bernier. Those are the winners.
Listen, I'm gonna just. I haven't been. I think I went to one Wednesday and then one Sunday event, but I know that Caddick is pretty much dominating over there in that division. But that Super X division between Moran and Pollard and there's a few others is really starting to heat up. You know, whether it's Super X, late models, or SKs, point battles are fun, and they're fun to watch. And I've been starting to follow what's happening there with those guys. And I know Pollard's been running good. Moran just had surgery.
Yeah, real quick on Corey Caddick. That's 3 in a row, 4 out of the last 5, and he's got 5 overall for the season.
Yeah.
And Rowdy Burns is that's win number 5 for him.
Rookie numbers.
Rookie
Wow.
numbers. Yeah.
Damn.
The call out.
No, but it's fun. That battle's heating up there for the Super X. So if you guys can get out to watch that, I know it's going to come down to the wire. I think it's within 6 points or 4 points or something like that. So I think there's 2 shows left.
Yeah,
And,
I think that's correct. Right?
Oh, yeah. And I'm really excited for that because that is a good division to begin with, even when there's not a points battle
How's
going
the
on.
weather looking for tomorrow? Do you guys know?
It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Good.
tomorrow's supposed to be good.
Meteorologist Palmer's.
I'm on it, man. I'm on it.
Diego, what's the deal? You showing up?
I have I have a dinner to go to tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be hanging
And
out.
I
What a
wasn't
shame.
invited?
Yes. No, yeah. Well, this one's for my dad. This is the 1 year anniversary for my pops. So we're going to go have a nice dinner with my
that's
family.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
word.
So, yep.
All right, so real quick here. So Pollard leads Moran by 6 points in the Super X. Caddick's got a pretty big lead, 41 over Chuck McDonald in the X cars. And then Zach Martinez by 4 over Riley Paul. And Jacob Burns, who has 5 wins in 8 races, is 16 points behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
So he's missed a race. There's been 9 races. He has
Yep.
only raced in 8. And then Bandolero's actually David Bernier's 1 point ahead of Aaliyah DeSoma. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
got
yeah.
a little battle going. So
It's cool. Good for those guys. They
Yep.
all work hard. So good for them.
Absolutely. All right. Friday night at Stafford Motor Speedway.
I like the hand motions. That's
Right.
nice. Why
I'm
don't I-
Italian. I
Oh.
need to speak with my
Oh,
hands,
yeah, right
you
on.
know?
Okay.
Very fair.
Thank you.
Remy, timeout. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, God.
What's with the lack of fingernail design today?
They're coming next Friday.
Oh, you have them imported.
Amazon?
Well, no.
Yes. Yes. Click.
No, I
I'll
have
take
a
those
nail
nails,
appointment.
please.
Exotic.
I have a nail appointment before I go to Stafford on that.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. Are you kidding me?
Are you? I mean, you're doing that just to go to the races?
It is kind of a
Well,
trademark
like
at this
to
point.
be honest, I had fake nails on while I was away for that week,
That was just assumed.
and so that was like 7 days, and all of them started peeling off. Like all of a sudden, I'll look down and like one's gone.
Your
Oh,
nails
yeah.
will
Oh,
fall.
that was bad.
That's a JJ.
No, when they break off, I heard it's not very fun.
Yeah.
Is that true? I've been told
Oh.
that.
As far as
Oh.
I know, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done it a
you
few
see
times.
Right.
You see stars. Like literally, I've done it before.
Oh, come on.
I've almost blacked out because it
How will
hurts
you
that
come
bad.
on,
From your
Remy?
from your fake nail breaking off?
No, it's not just your fake nail. Like it's taking off part of your nail because it's
maybe a
so
little
glued
bit.
on. Anyway,
whatever,
that's
whatever,
besides
whatever,
the
whatever.
point.
I opened up, we went way down the rabbit
Whatever.
hole.
Oh, we're getting,
All I
we're-
know is I better see some exuberant nails next week, Remy.
Oh, my
Exuberant.
Blue and orange.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be
Blue and orange.
fall. They're gonna be fall.
Blue and
So
orange.
that's all I'm saying.
It's the color of the leaves. Blue and orange.
All right. So SK Modify winner Troy Talman, late model race 1 winner.
Hold on. We just going to roll over that with Troy Talman or what?
Legend car guy.
Is
Oh,
he?
yeah.
Well, we were just talking about
We
that.
were
Car
talking
guy.
about, yeah.
Oh, dude, he's been getting nice this year.
Really has, man.
Seriously,
Dude, I
man.
thought he was kind of like, I thought he kind of already like blew his load for the year, but no.
Oh, my God.
You know what? You've never heard that expression?
Yeah, we have.
No,
we
you
have.
guys are in the freaking gutter. That's supposed to imply a magazine clip. Oh,
Hey, I'm
come
a
on.
father. I know exactly what it means.
Yeah, okay.
What other meaning are you thinking? Dean?
seriously.
Jeez.
You know when you like load a gun, you shoot the whole load, the load's
Oh,
gone.
oh my
Yeah.
I think you're the
It's a
only
different
person in
gun.
the world that thinks that. Yeah.
God, that's funny. What are we talking about? Oh, Fro is funny. Sonny, what were you saying?
Yeah, just carry on. Go ahead, Rem. Next
Oh,
race.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Well, he's in the 3 car, 3rd win of the year. Kind of cool.
Okay, sure.
No, it's definitely been impressive. You know, I'm going to tell you that we went down. We had to take a ride last week, me and Hovey, and we went through the hand. We went through the handicap, and me and him were sitting. And he's like, dude, he's like, Talman's going to be up front. He's in the handicap this week,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't have 3, dude. Come on.
Right.
He's like, I'm telling you. I mean, he's hit or miss. If he's on, he's winning. If he's off, obviously he's such a hit or miss car. But it was a topic of discussion in our ride, and so is the late model winner. And I'm surprised he didn't bust my balls too bad today because I didn't pick either one of them.
Yep.
And they're the ones we talked about. So, but yep.
Yeah, good for that team.
All right. So, like I was saying, late model race 1 winner Cliff Saunders, late model race 2 winner Paul Verrecchio Jr.
All
The
right.
one-handed bandit.
Oh yeah, he's a beast.
Oh my.
All right, so we have his pass for the lead here. This was some pretty.
Listen, Bobby Sturck had a great run going too.
did.
Oh yeah.
But Verrecchio
let me give you a little volume
gets a
there.
fender down.
There were
Look
so
at
many
it.
times they were wrecking for
Can't
a
do
lap
it.
and a half.
Let's see what's going to happen in 3. Sturt
Oh,
tries
yeah.
to hold on. Here comes Verrecchio. White
basically
flag
said
is
in
out off
Victory
turn
Lane he
number
didn't-
4. 1 lap to go.
He really didn't have much to
Contact between the race leaders.
stop the inevitable from happening.
Yeah.
Sturt to the outside
That was
lane.
clear.
Verrecchio to the bottom.
Right here, I thought he was gonna hit him.
The quarter from third up the back.
He almost
Straight
got there.
away for
Maybe the trick
final
at
time.
Stafford's drive
Deep into
one-handed.
turn number
Just ask
3.
Doug Colby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Verrecchio
Phil
pulls
Rondo,
off
a
the
bunch of
move
them.
that gives him the advantage, and Paul Verrecchio will take down the win.
So good stuff by them. That's your boy, Diego.
Dude, that Verrecchio is so much fun to watch.
At least Sturt gave him a lane to race in.
Sturt gave him a lane to
You
race
know what I
with.
mean? He didn't try blocking him.
Well, the great part about that was Verrecchio went right in there, didn't clean him out.
Yep.
Just nice little pass.
But Sturt gave him a lane. You know, he knew he was coming. He gave him a lane to race with him.
On top of that, did you see who was coming in third?
Kevin gave him a
Dude,
corner.
he was rolling.
He got held up there. He had to check up at some point. He lost
'Cause
a bunch of spots. and
Yeah,
then-
he's been
He's got it
like
dialed back in.
yeah, he's been struggling a little bit. He looked like he was on the way back to Victory Lane again for sure.
Yep.
All right. SK Lights, Tyler Chapman. Limited late model winner, Jeremy Lavoie, which is his first of the
Awesome,
season.
awesome.
Did you
man.
take him this week?
I did.
Ah, you've been living on him.
It's just so good to finally see him back in victory lane.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
So
Dude, sorry, go ahead, Remy.
even though that I picked him, even if I didn't, I'm just so happy for that team because
Yeah.
of all the bad luck. But
Well, it's just at the beginning of the season, we were talking about who's the favorites for the championships this year. It was the easy pick to say Lavoie. And
Yeah,
I
but-
am so shocked he went this long winless. And it's not like he's been running bad.
Is
The
it-
cards
yeah,
just haven't fallen his way.
It's not bad luck because the division is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good cars. You got.
No.
I'm waiting. I am patiently waiting for Rich Hammond to win again. I love his
Oh, his victory lane is just
his
it's 10 out of
antics in
10.
Victory Lane are awesome.
Yep.
But
But what I was saying about the bad luck was just he did get in a few wrecks
Yeah.
this season. That's all I meant.
who won the SK Lights?
Tyler
Chapman.
Chapman.
Tyler Chapman.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Dude is just
They were
Ridiculous.
announcing for second.
Yeah.
dude. He's nasty. We had him on last week. He's just nasty there. Listen. There's something to be said about that division of almost having either a Consi or a B main though, because there's so many cars.
Or make it like a 25 lap race.
Be-
They're
well, be
still
the-
only going 20 laps.
Well, because there's cars. I always feel like in that race there'll be a good race going on,
Yeah.
and cars just either spinning out in the back and bringing out the caution nonstop, ruining.
I remember the race not this past Friday, but the Friday before. I was watching Alexander Pearl, and he was flying,
Yeah.
but
Through the air?
just ran out of
Yeah.
Through the air.
yeah,
Yep.
like Superman.
Don't do that.
And he was was a 20 lap race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget it if you start out back. You start
Right.
if you're starting 30.
Right. He started way the hell out there too.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
All right. And then Street Stocks is Travis Downey, which is also a funny part about the podium. Travis Hydar, first time getting second place of 2024 season.
Yeah. First
No, that's
podium.
not true.
First podium that's not a win.
That's
what
not
I was
true.
told. No.
Yeah.
No, because what about when Waterman got him? He finished second that
No,
night.
10th.
He
finished
got
10th.
him.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Look
his
it up.
first non-win podium.
Well,
of the year.
don't get chippy over there, okay? Go
There's
ahead.
the Jeopardy
Keep
music
talking.
when I need it. All right. Let's go to Fast Friday at
What,
Seacom.
are we done talking about Stafford?
You
We'll
want
talk about
to? You
it,
want to watch
please.
this? Do you want to
Dude,
watch
I
this?
wanna
clip?
talk-
I
listen
feel
to
like we
this.
need to talk about Hydar
Here,
a
throw
little
this-
bit.
throw
we
this
need to,
clip
we
up.
at least need to
Hydar?
talk about
Throw this
Hydar.
clip up.
Right.
Yeah, throw this
The
up.
spot in the inside lane. Here comes Hydar, glued to the back bumper. They touch off the turn. They sway to the right, sway to the left. Travis Downey has done it.
You need me to back that up?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's
Yeah,
see a few
sorry.
laps beforehand.
Leader of the event.
Sorry.
4 laps
I screwed
in,
that up.
17 of 20. Into
Right,
the
so this
record
is with
books.
what? 3
Good
laps to
run
go?
again.
17
On the
minus
outside
20 is 3,
lane.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They
Downey
count the laps a little
continues
weird at
to
Stafford. It
guard
always
the
says
bottom.
19 out of 20 on the last lap.
2 laps to go this time off of turn number 4 for race leader Travis.
It's not
Yeah.
telling you what lap it is. It's telling you how many laps
Well,
are
you know,
complete.
see, the thing is here.
Nobody is giving up an extra inch
It's such a tough car. He's literally 4 tenths better than the field. 3 tenths better.
trying to gain
Dude, he
it up
was
the
trying.
middle.
Clearly
was-
he just didn't want to put contact to him.
I was so pissed. I had him.
Glued to the back bumper. They touch
I wasn't.
off the turn. They sway to the right, sway to the left. Travis Downey is
All right.
Wow.
But yeah, our expectations
Yeah.
for amount of races won by Waterman, amount of races won not by Waterman or Haidar has now been exceeded for everybody.
Well, the whole thing's because Waterman hasn't really raced there at all.
I thought there would be a much more.
I thought he was going to sprinkle in
Listen.
some
presence.
appearances,
Yeah, for
but he
sure.
really hasn't.
I'm going to tell you this: the division is they have nothing better to do than to try to fend off him. And there's only two guys: is Downey and the 7 car, and Trott. I don't know what happened to Trott that race. He went into that race the point leader.
Yeah, he's
But-
still up by 6.
Yeah. So, but they have to fend. They almost have to mirror drive the 11, which was happening for like 10 laps. Whether it was the 7, I mean, those guys are really doing what they have to do to try to fend off the 11 car. But the 11's so damn fast. I don't know how that's how you have to stop him, is by doing that. And hopefully Haidar plays nice like that, because, probably 7 out of 10 guys are buried, squaring up for the left rear tire at some point and saying, okay, enough of this game. But he I guess he was nice. It bothered me because I had him in my pick'ems, and now I got to listen to you guys. So
Another Jeff Aslan 3rd place finish. I
Right.
believe, too.
it's just been podium him all year, that guy.
Yeah.
I just find it so odd that Haidar has been sitting 4th in the points. Like even Lafayette, who has 6 top 5s,
Yeah.
compared to Haidar's 8 wins, is above him in the points.
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy. I'm hyped for it. Street stocks, put on a show. Let's see some more checkers or records from Haidar.
But do you appreciate how clean Travis races? Because I appreciate it. I
No.
don't think I would want him to
I don't
try
know.
wrecking everyone.
Well, you know what happens?
Well,
There becomes a fine line, and Jason could probably answer this. When you're racing with people, there's certain people that you look in your mirror and you feel safe.
Yeah, you
Right.
can look at someone and say, okay, this guy's gonna follow me, and we know we might touch, but he's
Right.
probably not gonna wreck me.
Right. You
And then
feel
there's
safe.
people that that are just gonna drive in, bonsai you, and you're junk.
Yeah. So when you have to go. So what happens is, to me, that's not a good look for Haidar, because those guys get behind him and they start taking advantage of him because they know he's not going to. So either he's just going to keep finishing second, or he's going to have to get into him at some point because the car's so damn fast.
Right.
Either you're just going to keep following across their bumper, or you're going to make a move, and that's that. I don't know I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer to that, because you want to pass everybody clean, but it's hard to follow somebody for 8 laps when they're blocking you and you're 2 or 3 tenths faster.
Right.
I don't know what the right.
You know it too.
And you know it.
So you're suggesting that if he starts moving people out of the way, they'll almost be more reluctant to move over for him?
Well, no, they just take advantage of him.
Right.
Right.
Well,
So
if you
they
drive
go,
clean, you will. Yeah. He's not going to hit me.
He's not going to do anything. So if I
Right.
come off the corner, I'm just going to turn to the white line. Or if he goes to the outside, I'm just going to turn up and he's going to check up. Right. So.
Well, it's so on or off for him, because some weeks he's locked into the groove, and the other weeks he's like a dart without feathers almost.
Well,
He'll take himself out.
I
Going
think
for the lead.
It depends if he gets runs, because sometimes his run is off of 4 and he gets there, then it's hard to stop it. But if you see that run coming before it comes, what do you, I don't know. You just don't want to be the guy to think, oh, he's never going to touch me, and I'm just going to, do that. And I'm not saying those guys are blocking. They're trying to win the race like everybody else is trying to win the race. But, when you got a car that's 3 to 4 tenths faster, that car is next level compared to everybody else's car in that division. You look at practice times, it's like, damn it, that thing is
it's not even close.
so fast compared to the second place car. And Downey, those guys are good.
Yep.
But that 11 car but he's got a lot of brains behind that car, and Travis drives really good too. So he knows the track.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to get intense with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How long can it last where he says, okay, that's it, I've had it?
Yeah.
Right? How far out is he in the points?
24.
The thing too is, when you get to somebody, you know what kind of car control they have.
Right.
You know that you can give them a bump and they'll hold on to it.
Right.
You know that you can get them into the left rear and they're going to hang on to it, and
Right.
you have a chance of winning. You also know that you might touch this guy and he might be in the fence.
Right.
So the driver kind of, you got.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to play that into perspective.
Yeah.
If this guy it's his third time in the car. He has no clue what he's doing. If you touch him, he might be either he's going to back off or he's going to be junk.
Yeah, right.
Whereas, someone that's been racing for a long time.
But what do you do as a driver right there as you come up on guys that are obviously trying to fend you off? I mean, because I think the 42 fended him off for like 5 laps. And
it was a while.
I'm not saying the 42 did anything wrong. He did what he had to do to win the race. But if you're in Hydar's seat, because it happened with the 7, he wasted a lot of time with the 7 because the 7 was making it real hard. And then he had to make up like 7 lengths to catch the 42, and he got there in like 3 laps. I'm like, damn, he closed that up fast.
Yep.
Right.
But then he followed him.
Yeah, he couldn't go outside him.
Go outside.
He looked outside down the backstretch.
Yeah.
And knew the only way to do it was just to drive inside him.
Yeah.
And try to come out with something.
But
Yeah.
he doesn't like doing that. I mean, I know now it's like his reputation is like he's the guy to beat, but like last year he was just known for being a super clean driver. Like that's what everyone I feel like knew him as.
And
very methodical.
There's something to be said to be like a clean driver like that, and
for sure,
and pluck people off. But it's got to get frustrating too, right? So only reason why I say it is because they're almost going to make Haidar do something that he doesn't do.
Oh yeah, I mean
you know what I mean? Like they're egging him
on
on to move me. All right, you guys, you're going to keep doing this to me. Then sooner or later, I'm just going to have to move you.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to race that way. And that's kind of like what he's saying in his actions right now. Mm-hmm. Let's talk in 2 weeks and they're still doing it. What's going to happen then? And then it's going to be a big blow up,
Don't you think that is partly a good play by them, though, to make him uncomfortable doing something he doesn't want to do?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
To be continued.
Yes.
because the clock is ticking.
No,
on
it's
that
a great
season.
conversation piece.
Yeah, it really is.
And, not to say that I don't want to come across like Haidar is doing something wrong.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Because he's doing something great, but
For sure.
But he has a bullseye, and every week it gets a little bit bigger.
That's right.
Everyone out there is just knowing that he is the guy to block. He is the guy to do this, to do
Right.
that, to, because he is going to the front, and any chance you got on him, you take.
That's right.
And they're all taking it.
That's right.
And
That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, it's slowing him
Yeah,
down.
it's basically a game of cutthroat. Like,
Yeah.
it's everyone against Haidar.
Yeah, and they're going to make him play the game sooner or later, right? Because it's not only him, there's like 3 other cars doing
It's
it.
him against the field.
It's him against the field. So when does that end?
Right.
Yeah.
And final comment on this, I'm never a huge fan of the handicap because I'm always like, oh, it's a little gimmicky, like blah blah whatever. But that series is really making me appreciate the handicap because if there was no handicap, he would be straight away ahead by 5 laps. No, I don't.
Are you serious?
It just seems like a little like, oh, let's just make it more chaotic for the sake of making it more chaotic.
That's the worst take that's ever been made on the Sid's View podcast.
Just remember,
are you talking about? You want him to time trial and start straight up every time?
No, I don't want time trials where I want heats, but like just start them by like the order of the heats,
Yeah, but at the end of the day, here we are. We are race car drivers. This is the entertainment industry.
I know. What the hell are you talking about?
Like Chris Jones, he put on entertainment.
Right,
Friday night.
right.
Like they should give that guy a free pit pass.
There's like
That's
there's
what
a
I'm
limit.
saying.
There is a limit to all that though, because if you want to say like, oh, we're in the entertainment business, why not just throw a caution every 5 laps and bunch it back up? Like
You need to stop
That's
talking,
not entertainment.
Dude. Yeah,
That's
you need
not
to-
entertainment. We want to see hard racing, and we want to see
Just move
good
on.
guys come through.
Right.
That's
You can do
the
without the
worst take
handicap.
I've ever heard.
okay,
Move on.
fine, we'll continue, I guess.
That's what short track racing
Are we
is.
done with Stafford? We never
What else
really.
would you
Well,
wanna
we didn't
talk about?
partake in any of the SK stuff.
Well, we're going to
Nothing
talk about
happened.
that later.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, right.
Don't
right,
worry
right.
about it.
Yep.
Just don't worry about it.
Remy came in fiery.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus.
Pump your brakes.
I know, right?
Listen here.
All right.
Shush.
All right.
All right.
Scott Taffy.
Fast Friday at Seacon.
We love you, Pharrell. Go ahead.
The pure stocks winner, Peter Blue.
That's a great name.
Blue or boo?
Peter Blue.
Blue.
That's a great name. Pull
For
it
a
to
second, I thought I said it wrong because of the way he
his
started
mom
laughing.
must have been pissed off at him.
All right.
All right.
All right. Sport 4's Arthur Miak. Legend Cars winner Richie Helger Jr. Bandolero Outlaws. Bryson Robidoux. And then
You went from a to a.
Sorry, second guessing myself. And then Bandolero Bandit, Luca Dib.
Listen, those guys keep on winning them Robidoux brothers,
I
right?
know.
I've heard that name
Dude,
every week.
every week,
Every single week.
man.
4 out of 6, I think, is what Kyle told me.
Hey, listen. Also, I was really happy.
Bryson.
Richie Helger won. That's great to hear.
Oh, he's in the chat.
Who's that?
13th, Bryson. 13th win on the year, 4th in a row.
Oh, that's great,
Yeah.
man. Is that the black car, the 38? I think that is. Yep.
Well, his name has 38 in it. His
Yeah.
YouTube username, so I assume so.
I seen him at the bowl
Yep.
once or twice.
Yeah.
So good for those guys.
All right. Talking about the bowl, let's go to Saturday night, shall we?
Shall we? Let's go.
SK Modifieds, Eric Burnt.
I picked him 1 week late.
Yeah, that's the worst. when
Dude.
that happens. I know.
And he was good. You know, listen, he's been good since the tri-track. When he was at the tri-track race, he was real good.
Yep.
His his SK program looked like it cut the middle a little better this time. I was off one damn week.
That sucks, man.
Yep.
Feel for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Better
You
luck-
don't. I
better
know
luck
you
this-
don't care.
Better luck
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of sucks for you, but that's besides the point.
All right, continue on.
Late model winner, race 1, Jason Palmer.
Good for you, guy.
Thank you.
And good for me.
Yes.
Well, you picked him.
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
There was
So did Sid,
Smart
too, but
guy.
for the wrong
No,
race, sadly.
for the second race. I did all I could for him.
You tried.
I gave it 110.
Well, I don't think
What's
you
that?
were happy
Yeah,
about
I had
it.
Brody, son of a bitch.
Well, you picked the wrong guy.
I might have paid him off.
Yeah, he has Sid. So I'm watching. I'm actually thinking I'm spotting for Emma,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right.
And you're watching Brody? It
No.
all makes sense.
I'm watching. No. I'm spotted. I know Brody's out front. I said I got Sid. That's how I'm thinking now. I got Sid in the pick'ems this week,
Yep.
and that was all for nothing in turn 3. Boom. Said, oh, son of a-
Turn two.
Turn 2, whatever it was.
The second turn.
I'm trying to watch Emma, and we fell back a little bit, and then I started watching because there was a restart late there, wasn't there?
No,
I thought there was a restart with like 8 to
No.
go or 7 to go.
that was
I don't
after
think so.
Brody. That was after Brody. He was the restart.
You talking about the first? You're talking
No,
about the first race. You're talking about the
I'm talking
second
about the
race.
second one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 to go is when Brody let go.
Yeah. Yeah, he blew a power steering line right there. So, but whatever.
All right. Shall we get to the clip?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm
All
excited.
right,
for this.
let's see it.
All right, here we go. I don't know why this volume keeps going down. All right, so our camera guy's looking for it. There he is. He found the leaders.
I
Here we
roll
go.
the top. Brody washes up in front of me. I check up. Here we go. I go back to the bottom. He comes down. Lost it.
And there it is.
Hey, listen, not for nothing though. Brody has, it sucks to end the night that way, but they've been flying for sure, right? They have
that
been.
thing's-
Yeah,
that
they're
thing's
gonna
fast.
win.
Dude, that
He's
thing.
probably
win a
had the
couple.
worst luck ever in the last 3 races.
Yeah.
Well,
Right,
like
he
he,
had the radiator issue.
way out front,
Yep.
rocking the radiator, and then the power steering line, the second one,
And then the bumper to 17 car,
then
third one.
then he got Palmered the second one, the third one.
Third one.
Yeah, but anyways, I think he's led a whole bunch of laps.
Yeah, 55 of the 60 total laps. Dave
Yeah,
says.
he-
You know
He's-
what they say, though? Only the last one counts.
That's correct.
And who won all 3 of those last laps?
well,
Not in the record books. Not you.
Not me. Not me.
yeah, he's been fast as hell. But anyways, it's been great. It's been a great. Since they bought that car, they've been flying. They've
Is
been
he racing the 100 lapper? Is he going back down south?
no, they're racing Hickory this weekend.
Oh, okay.
But I think he loves the bowl.
Yeah.
He loves going there and racing, whether it's that or I think my brother at one point wants to get into the CS. I think we're all going to try to run one race. Me, Sean, Brody, Emma.
In the late models?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We're going to try to do that. I hope.
Who's going to spot for Brody if Sean's driving?
Sean? Well, Brody has a really long neck.
So he's just gonna look
be like-
around.
He'll just be like.
He'll be like an owl.
That's our inside joke at the shop. My Brody will be his own spot. He'll be like, oh, ooh. No, but I don't know who will spot for Brody, but I'm looking forward to the day that we can just do that as a family.
Yeah.
And just go race all the late models. Whether,
That would be cool.
It's going to be fun.
That would be
Whether we
cool.
suck, it doesn't matter.
That would be
No,
the second
that would be
division, right?
cool.
Because you guys did it all
Well,
in
we
the
did
trucks.
it in the trucks, and Sean won there.
Yeah.
And I spun late in the race because I just ran out of talent. And I'm just going to try not to do that when we come back in the late models. But the division needs cars, so we're going to try to do that here.
Nice.
Just let me know when you're doing it so I can get off of work and actually
you're gonna
go.
come and
I
watch?
will come and watch.
I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm going to
No,
try.
dude, I'm gonna
do
be
it on
there.
do it on the 21st. We're doing Sid's View.
On the 21st. When's that? That's like
September.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
My birthday's on the 18th. Maybe that'll be my own birthday present to
Bang.
myself.
There you go.
Yes.
I think we just sold it. Make it happen.
It better happen. Don't let us down.
All right. I don't know if I did say who the winner was of race 2, but it was Ryan Morgan.
Yeah.
SK Lights winner, Nick Hovey. Trucks winner, Brad Sterkland.
Yep.
Street.
Back up! Did you watch this race?
Did anything happen in the truck race?
Did you watch it?
Could you miss it?
It's a must-see event every week. Dude.
Recently, it's been a must-see event, and
Yeah.
I've been
For most of the season, I feel like
I've been
has
telling
been.
Tyler too. I'm like, you guys are right around like a 9. Like a 10 is when stuff starts to get wrecked.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
You should back it down to an 8.
Right.
Right.
No, you're right about that. 'Cause
Clearly, he didn't take your advice.
The show, I'm telling you, the show they put on is like
it's
perfect.
mesmerizing.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
It is.
But they're wrecking their own stuff. Like, just back it down a little bit.
Right.
And like, give each other just a little bit more respect.
Yeah.
Right.
And then put a show on because their trucks are almost even.
Yeah.
And these guys are wheeling the crap out
Oh,
of each other.
they
And
are driving their hearts out.
They are wrecking each other every lap, and they're still going.
Yeah.
I mean, is that not why we have this
I was
chalkboard
just gonna
chatter
say
right
right
here?
before we show the clip, we'll just go to we said last week we just hope it doesn't get stupid,
Bring it back to an 8.
and then
It got a little stupid. A little
So-
stupid.
I think
Throw
they
up
went
the
to
clip,
like
Rem.
10 and a half maybe this weekend.
Yeah, possibly.
Like, they pushed it past.
So my cameraman lost it a little bit and gets back to him just in time, and there it is. Now,
Wow.
yeah, and then there was some hijinks that unfortunately he didn't stay with him, but yeah, then Tyler loses his noodle and chases him around the track.
Is this like a low speed chase? Like, how would you
Yeah,
consider this chase?
it reminded
No.
me of actually. I remember years ago.
The O.J. Simpson kind of chase.
No, it was.
that was a Chevy, not a Bronco.
Do you remember about like 12 years ago, Victoria Berganti lost her noodle in the SK Light race? She had the yellow
I remember the
74,
car. Yep.
and I think she might have gone around the track backwards,
It
chasing
Really?
like.
It might have been Johnny B driving it.
No, it was definitely her, man. She lost her noodle.
Yeah.
And yeah. So the weird thing here is no suspension or anything, no penalties.
I don't
for
know
these
of any.
guys.
I haven't heard of any penalties that have been handed out.
That's a little weird.
It's at least somewhat consistent with how the Bulls been officiated this year, because there have
Yeah.
been plenty of other spins for the win that didn't get called.
In their defense, I helped Charlie, but I never want to see anybody with wreck stuff either. I'm all
Yeah.
down for a great race. It's been fun. It's been a fun ride for me to be a part of what's happening because it's like a nail biter, and I'm spotting for Charlie, and I'm like 2-3 laps. I don't even freaking breathe.
right.
I'm like, holy shoot, what's going on here? But it's been a lot of fun to watch, and that's like maybe you're right. It should have been brought back to an 8, but it's been a must-see event. Like I said, everybody is waiting for the trucks. The place is going nuts. The stands are screaming and hooting all, whether you like
Yeah.
Charlie or I always say, listen, as a person, I like Tyler, but he has become, and call me wrong, he's like the villain.
He's definitely the villain.
He's the villain.
The
So
target is getting bigger.
and his truck is
He's like
really
Idar.
fast,
Yep.
and he is the villain. So when Beal gets into him and he spins and wrecks, the place goes nuts. It's like wrestling, right? The bad guy just got a metal chair smacked over his head, and he's bleeding, and the place is going nuts. So
But the thing is, like now, you just hope that this is just a one incident, and I don't trust that it is though. But like, it's a show when they're racing,
yes,
and this past week they wrecked. Like if
Yes.
they're just like,
Right.
it's not a show to just go watch them wreck each other. You want to
Yeah.
see them race each other.
I mean, again, this could all loop back. You got to find the line between entertainment and legitimacy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't at a certain point, when does the racing push the lines into like this is too much? Like this is no longer a quality product, regardless of the fact that the stands are going crazy. Like
Hey,
you can't have that become the norm.
I'm going to say this. Bowman Gray is packed
Yeah.
every weekend.
They had some ridiculous meltdown this past week.
So I've been there.
Is that
where-
even
No.
newsworthy?
But no, but you
Right. Good point.
But when I went into Bowman Gray, and there was like not a seat in the house in that place. I'm like, and then every vendor up top, they had private vendors and stuff. They were all selling the hell out of all their stuff,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I'm just saying it's a show. I know probably with those two now, even if there's no penalties, I'm sure they're going to be on a real short leash. But
Well, I mean, Mitch is saying Tuesday's penalties day, but I mean it's 7:45 p.m. on Tuesday, so I figured.
nothing has been.
I don't.
Right.
I feel like Bowman Gray, like Winston-Salem, like did they even like arrest people for hitting each other or killing
I
each
don't
other?
think they do.
Like I don't think they have a police department, or
But no, they walk around, but they don't do anything.
Right.
or like half the police department's Myers, the other half is Brown, and they just say, okay, guys, shake hands, we're out of here
Well, because
Yeah.
there's a fight at every Cars Tour race.
every time.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and there is fist
They're
of
not
blows.
arrested, they're not suspended.
Right.
Right? How about the Chili Bowl? You
Right.
can fight on the track, but you can't fight in the pits.
Right,
So
right.
if you're gonna do it, you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
do it,
yeah,
do it
yeah,
for the
yeah,
fans.
yeah.
Who,
Do it for
who
the
said
fans.
that?
Let's entertain it. Like this is racing as much fun as we have on the track.
Right.
The whole point of us racing is because of the people in the stands.
Thank you.
It's entertainment. Like we
listen.
are here to put on a show. Nobody wants to see one guy drive at the race. They want to see side by side,
Yeah.
slamming and banging
Yeah.
and cars happening.
Yeah, the people that aren't building the cars.
They
or-
want to see cautions. They want wrecks. They want
wanna
carnage.
see
No,
it,
of
yeah.
course they do. No one wants to really say that, but that's what most people
you
that
go
show
to-
up want to see.
You go to the races to watch cautions.
That's right.
But do you want to promote wrecks?
No, you don't want to promote wrecks,
Right.
but you want hard racing. And if you do hard racing, you don't want
It's
to
like a
see
fine line.
absurd.
It's such a fine
Yeah,
line.
you,
dude.
but you don't want to see absurd penalties for hard racing.
No.
You just want to see, hey, these two guys got together. They're going to the back.
Yeah, you act for the lead. That's
Now, if you
fine.
chase a guy around the track, like that's a time, like as a driver, that's when you have to control yourself. Like,
Right.
okay, like,
Right.
hey, we got together, we wrecked. Like, hey, we're gonna line up in the back and we're gonna go again. And, if
Right.
we, and we might wreck each other, again,
Right.
but we're lining up in the back. We're not gonna kill each other in a caution with pace cars out there and track workers.
Yeah.
Like, you're not putting other people that are out there trying to,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
out there just donating their time.
All right,
and you're gonna
so-
try and kill them.
So hold on. I just my man Baraball, he's showing his age here. I just want to.
Even I know what that is.
Okay, you do? All right, good for you. All right, Remy, do
What?
you know what the Benny Hill theme is?
No.
Do you know who Benny Hill is?
No.
Okay, continue on. We'll do more of that later.
But can we just talk about it because I feel like we kind of blew over it.
Sure.
Bradley winning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kid's
yeah.
fast, man.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
getting there.
Yeah, and Austin Long finished second.
Yeah.
Austin was.
That's the future of the division.
yeah,
right
he
there.
was really quick too. Those two guys, but what's his name? Bradley runs really
Yeah.
good, clean. He's not banging people up, and he just been taking his time and working him over.
He's buddies with the kid Preston that's on our video crew. I
Yeah,
texted
he must
Preston.
have been happy.
Yeah, he was fired up. Yeah, he was,
Yeah, that's a great win for those guys. They've been working hard. They did a lot of work over the winter to their truck, so congratulations to those guys.
Yep.
Yep. All right, street stocks. Norm Root the third.
Domination, dude.
Dialed in that dude, man.
Bro.
Woo.
He just comes back week after week, like, and on the top side,
Yeah.
he's just absolutely flying. I didn't get a chance to watch the race.
Is that 3 in a row for him?
I think so.
I think it is. Yeah.
That's hard to do in that
At least
division.
two.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
and he won, and then they were off. He won on the 3rd, then they were off. And then the 17th and the 24th. Yeah, that's 3 in a row.
I was changing the starter in Edwards' car, and I looked up, and he was leading. And I'm like, damn, that dude's again
That thing's
leading.
fast.
Yeah, real fast,
He's
dude.
smooth and he rolls the top. I mean, it's
He rolls the top, and there's been guys. The great part about that is, I think he's been doing it right, where people give him, like Plemons a couple weeks ago gave him the lane, and
Yeah.
Plemons is a hard guy to pass, and Root just went right to the top.
He's in the chat. He
Yep.
confirmed 3 in a row.
Oh yeah, so he went right to the top, and since he does it so nice, they give him the room, especially during the run, But
Right.
All right. And then mini stocks, David Dorr.
Yeah.
That's 2 this year for him, isn't it? I think so. Either 2
Yeah,
or 3.
let's look it up. That's his
I hope he
third,
goes
I
for
believe.
4.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I hope he goes for 4.
Door?
Door for
goes
4?
For 4. I just hope
yeah.
he goes for 4.
For sure.
Door for 4, baby. How many weeks left at the Speedbowl? What do they got? 5, 6?
Well, they have for
They got more
races.
weeks
They
left
got
than
I
1,
think
2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, and then they have an open and it's Smactoberfest for the minis.
All right.
It's David Dorr's. It says 3 wins here.
Yeah, it is.
He could
Oh,
get
so
Dorr
he's
for
going
4.
for 4.
Yeah, Dorr for 4. It
He's
could
got
happen.
1 more. All right, door for 4. That's a good one.
All right. Now let's go to Saturday night Seekonk.
That
What
was
is
tongue in
that?
cheek.
Seacock.
Seekonk.
All right, go ahead.
Pro stocks. We got Mike Brightman. Late models, Luke LeBrun.
All right,
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron.
LeBron.
Always screw that up.
It's all
Damn
right.
it.
You're close.
All right, let's watch a little Seekonk late model action here. This is a pretty good
They
race.
come and Belcher
Did anyone dump the
looking
leader?
for his first win of the
Not
season.
here.
Not at this track.
They go side by
Oh,
side
he's really
down the
putting him
back
down to the
straightaway.
grass.
Luke LeBron
That's how you run that
slides
place
up
right to the
underneath.
right
Yeah,
to the,
literally. It looks
right
like
to
he's
the
in
curb.
the grass.
Yeah.
Side for the lead.
What a battle. They continue to battle across the stripe into 1 and 2.
I mean, this
I
is
want
just
this to-
crazy right here.
I want this announcer to say, what was that line he had?
Beats him by a matchbox.
No, he said business had just perked up or something. or-
Something.
Yeah.
Top, and all of a sudden, here comes Andrew Gomes into the fight. It's a 3-car race at the top of the field. 3 laps to go this time.
Be great to be the 10-car right here, huh?
Oh, yeah. Best view in the house.
Not so great to be the 35 right there.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, he almost clipped him, too.
So just more great racing over there at Seekonk.
They've been putting up
Yeah,
they've
side
been
by
putting up
side.
good stuff every
No,
week.
And when they're side by side, the trailing car closes quick there, it seems like. They always just zoom into
Yeah.
frame. I don't feel like there's no other track where you get that much
Well,
of an effect.
You know, they have no mods there.
Yeah.
And the Pro Stocks are their premier division, but they get a full field of late models pretty much weekly.
Yeah.
And they're all the same ones we run, the ACT cars. So,
And a lot of pro stocks, too.
yeah, and a lot of Pro Stocks. Maybe it's because it's not modified country. I'm not sure.
So they had, they had 14 pro stocks and 15 late models. I mean, that's not.
Well, we had 15 last week. I think 15 in the first feature. It was real nice to look out and see like 7, 8 rows of late models. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen that in a while.
Right.
So have you ever spotted for a modified at or anyone at Seekonk?
No.
It's like literally you can't. It's just they're always in turn.
Yeah, they're always turning. yeah.
It's like impossible.
Not really a
You're just
straightaway.
like clear. It's still inside you.
Right,
Like, I mean, you could just say it all the way around.
Right,
They just. Yeah, I think I spotted a tri-track race there once, and it was literally like. Inside,
right.
inside, still inside,
Right.
inside, still inside, still
Right.
inside, still
Oh,
inside.
man.
It's never like a straightaway where you got
Yeah.
a chance to get down. It's
No.
just-
Right.
And
Never.
I've never been, but from looking at the video, it looks like there's almost like an apex in the straightaway that they're
You ever
hitting.
been
Like
to
there is a
Seekonk?
very specific curve they take every time
No.
down the straight.
Oh,
Weird,
you-
right?
You drive
So
that
odd.
place.
She just went to Thompson for the first time at the Icebreaker.
It's not that far from here.
Well,
Yeah.
I also
She
live
lives
in
in
That's what we said.
Stanford.
I can't believe you've never been to Seekonk. You're talking like they used to race boats in that place.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to bring that up as a reason of why I,
I
should
didn't-
go to Seekonk.
I didn't even know he hasn't been to Seekonk.
We
Yeah.
should go right now.
Me?
And bring him. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Is this portable?
I can't imagine a car trip would be like.
Seekonk is like literally a continuous circle.
Oh yeah,
And you
I mean
run-
I'd love to go.
And
I'm
you
based
run
off
it
the
like
racing.
you run it like a big diamond. You literally
Yep.
go from the center to corner to the center straightaway, back to the center corner, back to the center straight. It's like
Well, we do the social for tri-track, so the Haunted 100 should be on your radar there.
oh,
yeah,
it
he'll
absolutely
skip
is.
it.
Not, well, he skipped the open wheel Wednesday, but that's only because it got rained out.
Yeah.
Became open wheel.
I did
Thursday.
not. That was not an intentional skip.
Yeah.
Okay, I already have things to do. Fortunately,
Well, back on that note.
Remy, you skipped it too.
Well, I also work, so
Continue on.
Don't
Let's
we
go.
all?
Right?
Sport Tricks, Tom Scully the third, Sportsman Corey Fanning.
Our boy's been on a roll.
Yeah.
You know, Fannon's been lighting
Winning
him up.
at 2 different tracks this year. Yep.
He's been killing up at Thompson, and then he's bringing it right down. I think in a different car. Right
Is
down.
it?
Yeah. It looks like a different car. So whatever he's got going on, it's working good for him right now.
It's working.
Jeez, that sounded nice.
Oh my god.
It's working.
Please don't sing. Oxford Plains Speedway. So we have Saturday's winner, Saturday's winner.
Well, it was Oxford 250 weekend, so they had racing all throughout the
Well,
weekend.
I'm trying to figure out the day because I wrote the August 24th instead of Saturday. So right now I'm trying to imagine my hit.
Okay.
24th? Yeah, 24th.
What?
Thanks for the in-depth explanation.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Actor. You got Derek Luchacki.
It's a big win.
43 cars.
It's a big win.
Their car
There was
counts are
40.
just
There was 40. How many
ridiculous.
did they take? I probably should know this, but I knew there was a full field. They had Concies, last chance qualifiers, and all that. Good
That's the
stuff.
rundown that I got on their site for the finish of the race. 43 cars started the race.
Wow. How many?
Yeah.
How many showed up to qualify?
No idea. Tapley's in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, he said we started all 43.
Oh.
Wow.
That's the way to do it.
That place,
I highly
that
support
place
that.
is
That's-
interesting.
That's
Yeah.
beast mode. I mean, listen, because of the touring series and the act is up north and in the past, I pay attention to it a little more now because of the
Yeah.
show.
Yep.
And because Tapley's on here a lot. But I was keeping tabs. I was trying to keep tabs all weekend on what was happening through even the act race and
Yeah.
the Sunday race, which has been fun. Been a lot of fun. So
The
congratulations.
outlaw race, the outlaw race on Friday was
That was a 10,000 to win race, right?
Was
Now-
it really?
run what you brung.
Yeah.
They had one carburetor, no aluminum blocks. Had to be a template body.
Did you see the wings?
They had
spoilers?
They had 14-inch spoilers, like a 1.5 tall spoilers. They had
Yeah. And I forgot what's his name won it, but he had lapped, I think, everybody but himself.
Yeah, Tapley confirmed it was 10K.
I think he lapped the whole field, but I think he lapped the whole field, the winner of that race.
In the first 100 laps, he lapped everyone up to third. In the second 100 laps, he lapped everyone all the way around.
Right. That's amazing. For 10K?
Yeah.
For 10K?
Yeah, it's nuts.
The rules were open. I mean, but it's awesome. Like
Yeah, that's so
That's when you
cool.
get to use creativity and
Oh, yeah.
your imagination and bring your best
I remember,
stuff.
yeah, they were posting pictures of the cars. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see them. There was some real crazy stuff happening, like
Yeah.
these monster spoilers.
Yeah, it's cool.
Dude, I love that. I
Oh, it's
absolutely love that. No, I love Run What You Brung. Like the side-by-side action is never that great, but like it's just fascinating to see like what the hell is this? Like
Yeah, for us down here in Connecticut, like it was great to see the results. Like this guy just mopped the field.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure sitting in the stands it was probably awful to watch.
Dude,
but
It probably was awful,
it
but
was awful. Like this guy's lapping everyone, but
yeah.
even in open street stocks at the Bowl, somebody showed up a few weeks ago with like this huge spoiler. I forget who it was,
And
but
he-
they had a massive wing on the back. It was like neon green. I was like, what the
And he
hell?
smoked the field.
He smoked them.
But I mean, could you imagine for 10 G's?
I know, that's
I
crazy.
mean, it's not even like it's $10,000.
Right. It's nuts.
It's not pennies. I mean, dude went out there and just waxed the whole field for 10 G's. Anyways.
All
you have any
right.
service in your basement?
Yeah. I'm not giving you the deets on the live for sure.
I was trying to see what kind of lap times. Not Cushman, but whoever ran that car won with it.
Oh.
Austin.
Austin Terrace.
Yeah, Terrace.
Yeah, whatever lap times he ran versus the Oxford 250 cars. I'm curious to see how much faster he was.
Right.
Well, while he's doing that, let's talk
I'm
more.
sure Tapley's going to come in real quick with an answer for me.
No, he'll have it. I believe.
Oh, I bet he will. He has service.
All right. So Northeast Super Mod Series is Bobby Timmons, and then the 350 Super Series, Jeffrey Battle.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on to Sunday, Pass winner is Jeff Taylor, and then
Well, it's
Northeast
the Oxford 250. Don't forget to say
Oxford
that.
250.
Yeah, it's one of the.
Bobby.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's.
All right, so let's go to this clip here. This is from the past series on their Facebook page. This is just an awesome
He was
clip.
running a second quicker. He's running 14.6 and 15.6.
That's impressive. That guy is very excited.
A little bit.
Imagine trying for
Dude,
30 years.
You almost
Is
get
it-
the goosebumps
Oh
watching
wait,
it.
that's awesome, dude.
So Tapley told me this is the only time he raced this year.
Yeah, I saw that
Wow.
interview.
He basically just races once a year. He builds a ton of race cars under distance race cars.
Yep.
Tapley says up there is probably about 50% of the guys run his cars.
Well, Galucky,
And
Austin Terrace,
Yep.
and Dale, and
Hey,
Jeff
folks,
Taylor all
we are
won with
here
distance
with the
race
win-
cars. So they basically mopped the weekend.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
yeah, really, really cool story. I got a little more stats on him later on in one of our other segments, so I don't want to.
Yeah,
throw that out
congratulations.
now, but,
It
feel
was
good story.
such a big
the
deal.
clip of his crew going bananas is awesome. I just
Yeah.
love that kind of raw emotion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How old is Jeff Taylor?
Yeah, I was wondering the same
No,
thing.
hold on.
Scott?
Yeah, well, he told me. I think he said in his
Scott?
50s.
yeah, I mean,
57.
57.
57.
Awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Yep.
I still got a shot.
Good for him.
I still got a shot.
No, you don't.
No.
No, thank you.
No.
You have a
That's-
shot at a top
Scott-
10.
All right, continue on. Let's
shot
go.
at making
It's
the
already an
field.
hour in. Let's go.
Northeast Supermod Series winner Jeffrey Battle.
Yep. That's so he won the 350 supers on Saturday, and then
Yeah.
and then the big
Oh,
blocks.
so he
on
had
Sunday.
he had himself a weekend.
He did, and he finished third in the other one. So
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Jake Johnson and Bowler Racing #3 team has parted ways.
That's a little fishy there,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
there's
There's a lot of speculation there. He was just a guest a couple weeks ago.
I know.
Had a lot of high hopes and spoke really highly of the bowler team.
You know what's funny?
No, I'm
Just
gonna-
in speaking of content, so we have a bunch of there was a few videos that I could have posted from him, and I ended up posting one about the bowler team. I think on the membership side.
Did you do that on purpose?
Well, I thought to myself, oh, should I save this? You know, because
Yeah.
we have content that we can play during the off season.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe I'll just wait and do that one on the off season. But I'm glad I didn't because
Right.
it wouldn't have aged very well.
Right.
and maybe you should post it now. I might do the numbers. You never know.
Yeah, no, it's gonna.
No,
go
you know that whole situation though. You know, I'm not sure what's going on. There's all kinds of speculation. Jake Johnson's a shoe,
Yeah.
right? And
No
it's
doubt.
It sucks to see them split, but I know Jake and his father. They probably got something else brewing already, or they'll put another deal together. But you know, you
Yeah.
hate to see them
Well,
off.
they have
the-
their own car too.
Yeah, but I think
15.
it's more like an open car. It's just a different deal. You know,
Yeah.
when you go
Oh, you mean
run-
for the tour?
yeah,
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
tour, they're sitting like 5th in points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
he's 5th, I think.
He's a legitimate guy. And
I'm
the
interested
next,
to see who's going to be in the 3 car.
yeah,
I mean, they're 5th in owner points,
right.
and it sounded from the race day's article that they are going to try to do that.
Yeah,
Rowan Pennick out of retirement.
right.
He's back. He was the last one to win in that car.
No,
What? you
Jason's-
might just notice
Jason's
something
trying
just
to-
went
yeah.
by my camera there.
Jason's trying to sneak over back to the man cave. He's
He's
having a good time.
He
He's
is
having
a funny dude.
Yeah. Continue on, Rem.
Okay.
Okay. What y'all have been waiting for to talk about. Chris Jones suspended indefinitely again.
Yeah.
And RJ Marcotte for the rest of the season at Stafford Motor Speedway.
Wow.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked to hear that one. I feel like I'm missing something with that kid. I don't.
Yeah, me too. You know, like, you know, the thing about it is, you know, I've never made any disguise or anything. Flannery is a really good dude, and he's a really good friend of mine. And I hated to see those guys getting mixed up like that. And what happened, you know, I could go out on a limb. I watched the in-car multiple times, and I just kept replaying it because I ran mods, and I just kept watching what happened. On flow, it looked bad.
It looked really bad.
It looked bad. In Anthony Flannery's mind, he had every right to be as pissed as he was, right? But when I watched the in-car of the 5, now some people may think I'm wrong. If you get a chance, go back and watch it on YouTube. it looks like they touch wheels, and the wheel rips right out of his hand. Now, I don't know if Stafford goes back and look at that, maybe because the 5 was too close. I'm not sure, but I don't know if it warrants,
Sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
all right.
Continue on.
If you went back and looked at the footage from the in-car, you might have a different opinion. I'm not sure. So, I mean, but if you watch it on Flow, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I'm thinking to the kid, I'm like, damn, the 5 kid, he's got some big balls, to do that.
All right, here we go. I got it. So
All
this is from oh yeah, sorry. This is from Fence Lines in car. I believe this is coming to the checkered unless I went back too much. That's it.
But,
Let's replay
but
that.
if
Can you play that back one quick second? I just
but
want to see it again.
If you look at the wheel, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like he turns it more in like turn 3 and 4, and like here he didn't turn it as much. Like, see how he's turning it?
I gotta see it again.
Yeah, I gotta see it again.
I wasn't looking at the steering
It's
wheel.
the next level. I want to see it again. I think
Yeah,
they
it's not
touch
this-
wheels. Maybe he meant to hit Anthony, but when the wheel got taken out of his hand, he's dead. Watch his hands. You see it?
Yeah.
Did you see the wheel come out of his hands?
Yep.
Well, yeah, when you make that contact, of course it's gonna.
Right. They
Rip
touched
it.
wheels perfectly. Me and Jeff Rocco went in like that down the backstretch of the bowl. We were racing hard and hard. And he said, Diego, what the hell happened? He come down and we had clicked off the corner like that, and it had ripped the wheel right out of my hand, and we both went straight in the backstretch wall. Sid, that was one of your videos on the cover of your Sid's View page for a long time.
Yeah.
That wreck on the backstretch.
Oh yeah.
When me
I
and Jeff
love that
Rocco.
shot. Yeah, when you go across.
Yeah, and what happened was we had touched wheels coming off of 2, and the wheel ripped right out of my
sucked
hand.
you in.
Sucked me right in.
Sucked you right in.
And that was almost a complete suck in right there. That could have been a hell of a lot worse than it was.
Right.
So that's why, listen, I'm not Stafford. I don't make the calls.
But
On Flo, it looked bad. On there, maybe he deliberately tried to hit him, but I don't think the aftermath was what he meant to do. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yep. I think I
Also-
agree with you.
Yeah.
are we gonna talk about Chris Jones trying to do a burnout?
Yeah, the markout one you can debate. The Chris Jones, I don't know.
Yeah, what's there to debate about Chris Jones?
Yeah, he
did-
clearly
Horrible
deserved it.
burnout.
What I wanna
Maybe
know is-
next time watch a video on how
Well,
to do a
dude,
burnout.
that's what I was saying. He's not used to doing it.
The first, what were the first 2 cautions for? When Chris Jones spun.
Yeah. Oh, he spun the 23.
He was involved in almost every one of the first
He
two
spun the
cautions.
23 twice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 90s.
Poor Prucker.
I know. I was like, what did Prucker do? Like, is there
Oh, the
long-term
R is
beef
not
about
silent.
this? I don't know.
The R is not
The
silent.
R is not silent.
Remy made it silent.
Yeah,
and
Remy made it silent. She
then
was
she
like,
turned it into an L. Yeah.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, continue on. The show's running too long. We can't be talking about Chris
I know.
Jones'
This-
terrible burnout.
this
But
is-
hey,
Yeah.
it
go.
did delay the entire Stafford race, so we could
Yeah.
delay this for at least 20 minutes.
Right.
Right.
$2,500 fine to you, Remy.
Whatever. And then the last news that I have, which I feel like is very important, even though it is NASCAR, Harrison Burton won this weekend, if you did not know that, which means that it's giving Wood Brothers the 100th win as car owners, which is such a big deal.
That's cool.
Is it?
I think it's cool.
They're-
You know what was,
think it is?
you know what was
That's
a big-
actually NASCAR news that I can.
You know
Right,
what
I'm
like
into
that.
that
Come
a
on,
little
Sid.
bit.
That's cool. That's cool.
the deal of him holding off Bush and actually winning.
I know.
I have picked. So I I go on DraftKings sometimes and I do these
Sometimes.
races.
Oh, yeah.
So I have picked Burton twice at Daytona.
And let me
'cause
guess, you picked Bush this week?
I didn't bet.
Oh.
I didn't bet
Well,
this
you
week.
didn't lose.
And I didn't lose, but I'm like, that dude, I think he's, of the regular drivers, he may be last in points, driver points,
Yeah.
and he makes his way into the chase with that win.
Yep.
It's amazing. Wood Brothers.
think
they
that's a
brought
good
Trevor
thing?
Bain,
No.
rookie
Yes.
to a
Yeah.
Daytona win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever their super speedway package is, it's unreal.
Ridiculous.
Unreal.
Sid,
Yeah.
to your point, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You don't like what?
He is the last
that he's in the
place
chase now.
full-time car
He's
in the points, and he's now in the chase.
It's gonna go nowhere.
But he
It's
may
just a
have-
wasted spot. Like that could have been Bush in there.
It should have been Bush.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
happy he got the win, but I don't like the system.
So you don't think it's like if Coppin State hits a buzzer beater in March Madness and makes it into the dance?
True.
You know?
That makes
I just don't. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a tangent
I'm not
about
sure what you were
how
talking
much
about
I hate
over
the
there.
chase.
But I don't know. I feel like there's drivers that, like you get the good guys that get in,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you go to Daytona and it's like a game of chess.
For
It's
sure.
a slot machine.
It's a game of chess.
It
And at the end
really
of the day,
is.
like the championship is about race car drivers, not chess players.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like what does Daytona and Talladega playing chess have to do with
Right.
race car drivers?
Right.
There's
mean-
there's a whole different argument to be made about that. The racing style is completely alien to any other series
it's-
of racing. It's
I
just
mean-
so odd. But I do like it. I can't lie.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
a wild card.
it
Yeah.
gives guys like Harrison Burton a shot to shine. A guy like Ryan Preece, he qualified fourth. I didn't watch the race. I didn't know what had happened. I think I messaged you guys, what the hell happened to Preece? Because I had gotten home late. And you're like, he already wrecked.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
like,
probably
"Damn
one of
it."
the three big ones. I
Yeah,
can imagine.
I was like, but he could pull one off there. He's been good at super speedways. It didn't surprise me to see him qualify fourth. How about Josh Berry's flip there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's on his roof into the fence. I mean,
that
into
was
the,
hard.
The
Yeah, that was
wall.
pretty
That was
bad.
awful.
I wouldn't want to take that ride.
No, not at all, man.
Upside down and hit the inner wall.
It's like they're going so fast at some of these tracks now that they may have to scale them back because they're at seeing 200 plus miles an hour.
Don't say that in front of Fro.
Why?
You can't say that.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
can't
It's
take my
sensitive
200 plus
topic.
away.
People that
They're not
race-
even going 200 plus at Daytona. They're
People
going
that
they're
race-
going low 190s. They've been going that fast since the early 90s.
when they race Indy 500, like they're out there risking their life.
Right.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
big race. It's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
deal.
Right.
Like you wreck bad there, like you may not come out.
For sure.
I mean, not saying
You
that.
know that watching too.
Oh yeah,
That dude
those
goes
things,
in.
Those things fold up like
Yeah.
like a full like a lawn chair.
And they get hurt regularly in those cars. I don't
Yeah.
even know why you would want to drive them.
Dude, Indy 500, even in the stands, you're low key at risk. I mean, last year they had a tire go flying over the fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poor
That
lady
was
got her
bad.
car crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was just her car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if some lady with her stroller was there. Oh.
Right.
Yeah. See, I don't even want to think about that. That was my first thought too when I saw it. Anyway,
All right, Rems. Thanks as always. Appreciate it. Glad to have you back.
Are you going to be gone again?
No, she
Not right
she
now.
has, she has no more PTO. That's great. All right, let's get back to after here. It's time for the Waddell Communications Nostalgia Nugget. All right, everybody. So I was taking a little deep dive into the nostalgic archives here, and I was torn between a few things, and then I thought, you know what? Jason Palmer's going to be in studio, so why don't we go with this one? August 26, 2006, so 18 years ago yesterday, a guy named Mark Mackay won his sixth straight Saturday night legend car race. And the reason I bring this up, this was pre-Jason Palmer kicking everybody's butt, pre-Anthony Flannery, Dana DiMatteo, Mike Christopher Jr., whoever you want to say. I started doing my research as a statistical historian in 2005, and this was the first streak that I had to update for the archives. And I was fascinated by it, and we actually did I think we did a story about it. They had the Norwich Bolton came down and did a thing. I was kind of like trying to hype up the statistical research and whatnot. But so that's the short one for today. Mark Mackay, 6 straight Saturday night wins. Of course, it was only a couple years later that Jason came in and kind of destroyed all those records.
Oh, yeah.
But I think at the time we compared it to, and I think, Jason, you can appreciate this. We were comparing it to, I think it was Ted Stack, who had won 6 straight races back in the 60s or something. It was the first time that we were kind of like comparing things, you know? And then, of course, you had that 22 win season, right? And we were, and you were getting close to the Don
record.
Collins things, yeah. And the one thing that was cool about that, and I wish this happened, and I forget what Did the races get postponed or something? Because didn't you originally plan you were gonna like do up your legend car like the 106 of Don Collins? Wasn't that kind of in play at one point? I thought I remember you
I don't
saying
remember that.
No,
I do know
Okay.
that we missed the last race for nationals. and
Okay, that's what it
That
was.
was probably the we couldn't tie it or whatever. We
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
break
yeah.
the record because of that. But
I think you had mentioned that to me, but you said like, well, it's not going to happen because we're going to nationals or something like
Yeah.
that. But anyways, yeah, that I always that Bukai thing always sticks out because it was the first time I was like, oh, I did all the research. Now I got to keep up with it, and like that little 6-win streak is nothing compared to what you've done and Keith Rocco, and like there's just a million things to keep up with.
I think Flannery has the best streak, right? Like
13 in a row. 13, he does.
Yeah, that's how many wins he had in a row.
In the legend car, that's still the
How
record.
many did you have in a row?
I don't know.
He was close. I think he had double digits.
I won a lot.
Yeah, 10 or 11.
I mean, in 2009, it was in 2008. I won 12 shows, and I was like, my dad's like, you'll never ever see a season like that again. It's
You said, "Oh yeah, Dad, hold my beer."
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, in 2009, it was just like, I don't know. I was mad. I just didn't want to lose. Like it was just I had a demon inside me that no matter what happened, we were winning.
Right.
And I would sit there like lined up to go on the track, and it was like, it's either gonna blow the motor or win tonight. Like that's all I ever thought. Like it was never like, yeah, we're gonna finish second, something like that. No, it was like, we got this win if this thing stays together.
Right.
So here's the records. Flannery had 13 in a row in 2010. Mikey Jr. had 11 in a row in 2014, and Jason had 10 in a row in 2009. That's all legend cars. Melania Shalosky won 8 straight Bando races last year. Ted Stack in 1961 between 2 divisions, modified non-Fords, and Jason with another different streak in 2009 of 7 wins. And then Ed Moody and Eddie Bunnell in the 60s in the Bomber division, Kenny Cassidy in 2012 in the mini stocks, and Brody in the trucks last year all won 6 in a row. So that's the consecutive streaks at the Speedbowl.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, it is. Big
It's hard
time.
to do in today's world.
Yeah.
Like of racing.
I think it was harder back in the day.
I think it was harder back in the day.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Higher car counts, lesser divisions.
It just seems
And the
so,
mechanical failures too.
Yeah.
I feel like were a lot
Like,
higher.
The stuff wasn't as reliable. Those higher car counts. Like I don't know how racing was back then as far as handicapping and that sort of stuff, but I could imagine that it was definitely different back then.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still had your fastest guys or your faster guys, and then your pack guys.
Right.
All right, let's get back after it here. Keep it rolling. We got our man Fro. He's ready to roll. Who's your Tyrese with this week's popcorn stat chat?
No, that's not Rob.
Oh, we never reset
We
it.
never reset it. My bad.
All right. Well, I'm back over here, and
Hi,
I got
Remy.
some good chats for y'all. Now, there's been a lot of chatter about this Marcotte penalty, right? Was it too harsh? Does he really deserve it? And one of the main pieces that's being cited here is the from the stands and in-car footage being released from this Friday's event. Another example, we got Charlie Beal, that situation with Chapman. If we were there with Sid's view, there would have been cameras on those cars. So I ask y'all, should race control use third-party in-car footage when enforcing penalties later on in the week?
All right, before I answer, can I just say if it was Sid's view and we had cameras on the cars as he's chasing him around the track, and man,
it would have been an all-time
I'd
great.
be screaming meltdown
Right,
alert.
meltdown.
and
Hi-ya!
Mason would get his
Right.
glass cameras on and
Yeah,
run
get
down
down
the
there.
fence. I'll tell you what, man. There's not many weeks. I feel like we pick them pretty well, but I really wish we were doing Sid's view last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
because there would have been a ton of content. So, yeah, I think that
you have to use
whatever
everything.
footage is available for the track, they should be looking at it.
Listen,
sure.
I said this time and time again. Those guys work. Every one of those guys work very hard. Spend a lot of money to get there to race weekly.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a lot of family trips, family times, family everything. I'm not saying the call against Marcotte is right or wrong, but you better make sure it's right.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a standing a ruling like that, and this is not against whoever made the call, and it's but if you have in-car footage, I feel like you should be using it.
But you didn't get it right away either.
Well, then.
That's
Like,
even more
gonna
reason
wait
for them to be using
until
it.
they come and give you this stuff because that might take days. Like you
Yeah.
don't have that long.
I
you
guess.
know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Say
know.
that again, Remy.
It might take a couple of days to get the footage.
No.
Like you don't get that right away.
But it's out now. I mean, it was out. I went and searched
It
for
was
it.
out.
I can give any official that wants footage before midnight of a race night.
Yeah.
Easily.
So
Easily.
like if someone was like, "Hey, can I have this footage? This footage will be out immediately," kind of thing.
No,
As long
I would.
as it
I would
works like
send it
that.
to him. You can send it to him.
I know you could send it to them, but I'm just saying, like, as long as you get it faster, because I feel like it doesn't come out right away. You know, the in car.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going by when people are posting it. Like if, Tom's posting something for his fence line thing, but that's not as soon as it can come out. The officials can get that footage earlier.
Before you leave the track.
Right.
This
You
is a good
easily
point
could.
here in the chat. You can always retract the
Well,
suspension
the thing
if they
is-
find evidence against it later.
I look at it. I told you guys before. I've been on the other side of this thing when I had a problem back when, and Tapley threw me out for the year. And
When was this?
This was a while ago.
All right.
But
So you brought it up.
So you and Tapley got beat?
No, there was a wreck on the
that.
track, and it was an altercation in the pit area between my something happened to my brother.
Yeah.
And I was watching from afar, and I got really pissed.
Okay.
And I just handled business.
Oh,
And that's what I did, and I deserved to get thrown
You
out
got
at the
triggered,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
That's
triggered.
the thing. You know when you deserve to get thrown out.
But when you have something, and so when you have something like this, my gut tells me that the penalty was maybe too harsh. But maybe they're setting a standard for, hey, we're not going to allow any of this. Even if you thought about wrecking him, nobody's going to think about wrecking. You don't want to, maybe he's being made the dummy right now. What do they call that? The
Guinea pig?
The guinea pig.
Yeah.
Of what their rule is, which sucks. But, on the other side of a driver, if it was Jason, if it was me, you're like, damn, I didn't even mean for that to happen. And now I'm out for the whole rest of the last
Right.
7 races.
Yeah.
You're like,
Probation's a good start.
probation, start in the back for 3 weeks. Don't
Right.
ever think about that again.
Because I was looking at and I only went back a few weeks, but I was like looking like, was he on probation or something? Like,
Well,
But
they've
they
been on him.
penalized him like a couple of weeks ago. Don't
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they've been on him, for driving up and down. They always seem like they penalize him a lot. But I don't know anything. I'm
do.
watching I'm just watching flow.
Yeah.
And I'm just a fan watching the races. And then when I seen it happen last week, I said, oh, boy, Flannery's a big dude. You just sent him in. And I heard Flannery was really uptight. He's a low key.
There's no love lost there.
Yeah, he's a
No.
mellow, low key guy. And I heard he was hot in the pit area. And he had every right to be at the time. But when you go back and look at the footage with today's technologies, you look back at the footage and you're like, oh, maybe he meant to hit him, but the wheel got ripped out of his hand. That wasn't intentional at that point anymore. So
That's a great point.
but I'm
Yep.
saying, whoever made the call will always have the other side of the story. Well, you don't know this is what happened, which I don't know that
Right.
part. But anyways.
All right. Thank you, guys. Next topic here. Does a driver racing too long past their prime affect their legacy?
Oh no.
Jeff Taylor.
Well,
That guy, how old was he? 57?
57.
57. Okay. That
See?
guy just won the Oxford 250.
Right.
Oxford 250.
Yep.
Does it?
I don't think so. I mean, there's a certain time where you go from being like the Oxford 250 is a perfect race because it's not a 30-lap sprint where you got to be an animal in charge and go, just
No,
use-
it's impressive as hell. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's impressive as hell, dude.
Oxford 250 is like you just got to drive and you just got to keep your car under you and you have to continue going forward without the leaders catching you or going a lap down, and you just have to keep working and you have to keep pace.
Yeah.
And if you can maintain that the whole race, you'll be up front at the end.
Yeah. I mean, in that specific case, especially if you win like a crown jewel event, like, yes, that's going to have a big effect on specifically that driver's legacy. But in general, I feel like if you race, like, let's say you win your last race and you race for 10 more years, no wins, right? And when it comes to conversations of like the great drivers, you're not going to be able to say, oh, they could have raced against any era and won, or they could have raced in any car and won, because they didn't.
Yeah, but that goes a lot of ways. Like, look at Petty. He had a couple bad years.
Oh, he had some bad years, but he was
had some
falling
bad
off.
years.
He had bad years. Everyone thought maybe he might have been, that was it. He was all done. And all of a sudden
True.
he came back
True.
and he started mopping them again. It was just technology changed. Maybe the driver needed to figure out the new feel that he wanted. And once he figured out the new feel, like he drove that car since what, the 80s? He drove that car since the 80s, right? And he had a feel that he always drove. And it might have took him a couple years to adapt to this new feel. And once he figured out that new feel,
Yeah.
he dominated again.
He was back.
He was back. Absolutely back.
That's true. You know, I'm going to bring up one more guy that may be what you're talking about. To me, as a kid, when I grew up watching a guy, I'm going to throw his name out there, like Bo Gunning. Right? I watched him win races at the Bowl or battle John Anderson, the pit bull John Anderson, and there was a lot of good races. He was a hothead. Then he would go up in Partridge's car, win up at Thompson when he was with Partridge, and he was a wreckers or checkers kind of guy, but he would win a lot. And Stafford, he won his share of races. He raced a long time after that in a latter part of his career, and I felt like at times he was almost in the way. You know, and you're like, so then then you're on that side of the story, like, damn, he's almost, I'm not saying he's ruining it for me, because as a kid, he was always one of those guys that he was a punch you in the mouth kind of guy racer. And he raced that way, he wrecked and he won. And later part of his career, it didn't ruin it for me, but I'm thinking to myself, damn it, I'd like to see him win again, but maybe he should stop, because he was starting to cause wrecks, get in the way.
He was going backwards.
He was going backwards, and he
backwards.
wasn't improving anymore, and I didn't think there was any room. So there's two sides to that story.
Yeah. I mean, because ruin is a strong word. Like, I don't think it ruins anyone's legacy, but it's like when you watch them try to adapt to like new styles and like they kind of have this way figured out, and then the way that you race sort of evolves beyond that specific way, it definitely leaves you with like a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth. I hear a lot of people talking about, like, Petty was a great example. Darrell Waltrip, another great example of someone who raced for a full decade beyond their prime. I mean, Sitter, there's got to be mod examples of this that
Jeff
you know.
Bodine.
Yep.
Well, I'm just thinking that's not in the mods.
Look at Jimmy Johnson. I mean,
that's the most recent one.
Serious.
He's tough to watch right now.
Yeah, he's tough.
Sad.
Dude, I can't. How the hell was he so freaking good?
Chad Knaus.
I don't understand
Could you
this.
imagine Jimmy Johnson going to IndyCar in his prime?
Right.
Dude, it would have been evil.
He would have mopped them.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like Jimmy Johnson in his prime was Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
Nowadays, we're just, when he goes on the track, we're watching Legacy Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
That's the name of his car, right? Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legacy Motor
Very
Club.
similar.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. That's another one. Like, damn, like every time.
I mean, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I mean, there's people now that are driving at the local short tracks, and I just think,
Name one.
why are you still doing this?
Come on, just shoot it.
I'm not doing any names. But
Yeah.
I still see people now that I just wish they would.
I'm going to be honest. You know, I have been debating. It's a serious question because I have a lot of fun racing with my family, whether it's we're going down south with Brody or we're racing with Emma. And the challenge to get Emma to the front is almost as exciting to me as racing now, right? But there's times where I really, 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 really miss being in the seat. Mm-hmm. I really miss it. But to be honest, I'm a little nervous at times to go out and make an ass of myself.
Yeah, well, in your head, you think you're so much better than.
I do. At times,
you were.
I just said that to Don. I said, you
really weren't that good.
I know. Right.
No, but not even.
But Johnson.
But I've done my share of winning races and not being a chump and a back marker.
Yeah.
And I said, damn, if I come back out and I really suck and I've been all over Emma, come on, you got to hit your line. And then she goes out and drives by me. I would be like, oh, God, sorry. You know,
I get it, right.
But I think there's a difference, too, between people that show up to the track and run in the back, just have fun.
Yep.
And there's people that show up to the track to run in the middle of the field and just cause melee.
Right. Right.
Yep. Oh, that's a great point.
Who was the 77? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Rich Durrani.
Rich Durrani.
That was his thing,
guy,
man.
That guy was the best.
He really is.
He came to the track to
have
put
fun.
in his laps at the Speedbowl
Yeah.
every Saturday. That was part of his routine.
Always had a smile on his face.
Always.
100%.
He went out there. He was respectful.
Yep.
He didn't get in the way. He went out there, raced. He had a blast. It was part of his weekend adventure.
Right.
And that guy was awesome. If you needed, hey, you got a brake pad? No problem. I got one here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, true story.
That guy was the best.
True
Absolutely
story.
the best guy.
Yep.
And it stinks. They went to the full ACT cars, no more G cars. Like that put him out of business.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, as racers, I would have voted to keep that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Just let him come here and run and have his fun.
No, seriously.
Just him, though. Just his one car.
You know, he still walks around the pit area.
Yeah.
And he was in the trailer this week, you know, and smiling and shaking hands. And
That guy's awesome.
And he still comes in. I think he came in this year and bought a couple hats.
Yeah, he's
with,
the best.
With the 77 on him because his friends at work wanted the hats with the 77. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's
that guy's
cool.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I miss people.
Good
like
job, Palmer. Bringing up and throwing a name out there
I
like
wish-
Rich
sir.
Randy.
That. And I know his
I'll say
name
that.
too. I just slipped my mind.
Yep.
All right. Final topic for the day. Would you say the driver to fan engagement, for example, autograph sessions, Q&A appearances, etc., are more or less important now than it was in past eras of the sport?
Less. Unless it's a touring division, I can't stand autograph sessions.
Right.
And kids can go in the pits now. So it's not like you don't see the drivers. All
Right.
you got to do is go in the pits.
Yeah, true.
I'm not saying the actual
You know what
engagement.
they should do?
The actual engagement, drivers and fans, is just as important.
Right.
But things like pit parties and
Right.
autograph sessions are not as
You're
relevant.
saying the methodology needs to change behind all that.
Well, it used to
right?
be a big deal on a
You're
pit
right.
party because, like, oh, you get to see the cars up close. Well, you can go into the pits anytime at any age. You can see the
Yeah.
pits whenever you want.
Well, now you need to sign a little waiver, but
And how
still
do
not.
I mean, social media must have changed that also.
Of course.
That's what I was
100%.
thinking when I wrote this topic.
Like nowadays, like you can go on Facebook and hey, I could look at Diego Monahan and that's what he looks like. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
goodness,
Oh,
he's
this is what he
ugly.
likes.
Right.
Yeah, right. Oh, no.
No, I remember that being a big deal. Driver would get out of the car, get his first podium. And you're like, dude, that's what that dude looks like.
Right.
I never would have guessed that, you know.
Right.
But that's why to me it's like why Racerama is not irrelevant. It's not relevant anymore. Same thing. It's because there's just so much access between so many other things that those kind of things just aren't
I mean, you get the only thing a racer you get is racers. You don't get fans.
right.
You know, you get racers. You get racers and their crew.
Have you? They're doing autographs now at the bowl. Is the late models done them yet?
I think we're this week. Autograph August.
Have you guys? Has any of you guys seen? Like, are there
Is
a
it
lot of
this week?
fans
I
going
think
there?
it's this weekend.
Well, that
Oh,
would
my
make
goodness.
sense. You got the 100 lapper.
I didn't make hero cards for Emma.
Good job by you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Heidi will give you something.
Oh, jeez.
I depend
All right.
on her. I depend on her to give me something to sign.
That's
right,
your
Rob.
stat chat, everybody.
Thank you, brother.
No problem.
All right, let's get back to it now. Next segment is going to be our wonderful Broadbrook Heating and Cooling Did You Know segment. All right, so we've had a nice little chat about the Oxford 250, and so for my Did You Know, I'm going to drop a little stats on you about Jeff Taylor. Did you know, Diego, that he is a former 9-time Pro Stock champion at Oxford Plains Speedway?
Did not know that.
1993, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then 2000, 2001, 2002, and then again in 2006.
He dominated.
Dominated.
For a while.
So was a dominant guy. Got into the chassis building deal here, and
Dominant
it
there,
sounds like
too.
he races this once a year, and this is just one of the. I wish, I was texting Tapley like, "Can you tell me more about this guy?" Like, I saw that clip, and I'm like, "This seems like such a cool story."
Right.
And I will say, and I forget if we said this on the air or not before, but we have been talking about different New England events that we want to go to, and the Oxford 250 is
one of
on
them.
that list. But man, I'm glad we didn't pick this year.
Yeah.
Because they had that huge delay, man.
And I think Jeff Taylor almost won it 2 or 3 years ago. He came in. There was some pit road melee where the guy told him to go and told him to stop, and I think he was going to be the leader, and they put him a lap down. So he almost won it 2 or 3 years ago. He had a dominant performance and just somehow and he obeyed the guy in the pit, and somehow he went a lap down or whatever happened by listening to the pit road official.
Right.
Yeah. So Tapley said. So I said 93 to 2002. That's basically 10 years. The only time he didn't win the championship was 98, 99, and Tapley said that's because he left to run the Busch North.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Anyways,
what a guy.
Yeah, congrats to him and his whole team, man. That's just an awesome story.
Awesome.
And great for a marquee event to have that kind of story.
Hey,
Tapley posted some stats too about his Bush North career, and it was pretty impressive also.
Yeah.
How about the fact that I don't know Tapley put in here, he had to hold off Bubba Pollard.
Yeah, right. One of the best.
For
right.
40 laps.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Bubba Pollard is nasty.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Unbelievable.
so, yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Well, listen, it's once again, time for one of my favorite parts of the show, the old RaceDayCT.com weekly pick'ems. Come to my level, people. Come on.
Oh, yeah. We back in the game. We back in the game.
Oh, my God.
Diego.
Yeah, Palmer screwed me.
Thanks, Palmer.
I should have had 2.
I got you, Remy. Don't worry.
All right. So, should we talk about Diego picking Joey Pole? And I don't think he actually was in the
I don't know
race.
why. He's won there so many times. I know he's been hit or miss. I figured he would have showed up for that race.
Yeah, bad intel by you.
You know, you should have picked Jeff Taylor.
I should have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the obvious pick going in, odds-on favorite.
All right. Rob, you get to go first. You got 2 right.
That is very rare.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm going to enjoy it. Take
Yeah.
a try here. Here we
You're
go.
still in the basement.
Yeah,
but-
you pretty much suck at this game.
No, Diego, you're right there with me, guy. We were talking about this last week. You're in the basement, too.
All right.
Yep, I'm hanging out by the water heater down there, whatever. Here we go. Here's the picks. We got Andrew Moeller, SKs at Stafford. I think he's going to break through here.
Good for you.
We got Al Stone in Street Stocks at Waterford.
Yep.
Ron Silk in the Mod Tour.
Chalk City.
Gabe Brown in Act. And Tyler Chabot in the Trucks at Waterford.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll check and see if you can actually pick those people later on in the show.
Okay, all righty.
Okay, so I believe I go next.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going with Mikey Jr. in the S case.
A word.
I'm taking Ryan Lynham in the open street stock race at the Bowl. I believe he's undefeated.
Good pick.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Damn.
That's why you're in last place, guy.
I'm not. Well, I am in
Going
last technically.
Austin Beers at Oswego with the Tour. I'm going Nick Hovey in the first SK Light race.
I was about to say which one.
And I'm going with my main man, the live wire, Chris Meyer, in the late models for my second wild card.
Nice.
All right, Reminator, hit it.
All right. I'm going with the late models at Stafford, Kevin Gambacorda.
Nice.
Waterford, I'm also doing late model. Jason Palmer. Don't screw this up for me.
Wow.
Come on. Don't do what you did to him last week.
I tried for him. I gave it 110%.
You gave me a good, solid effort.
I'm going with Act, Chris Pelkey. Stafford, Street Stocks. I'm going with... What?
Nothing.
What?
Go ahead.
Travis Haidar.
Hadar.
And then I'm going with Waterford again. Mini stocks. Charles Canfield.
All right. Nicely done.
Where does that southern twang come from?
I know, right?
What is that? It's not
Travis
like it's not
Haidar.
matching the rest of your voice.
So I've always blamed country music and listening to NASCAR broadcasters.
Travis Haidar.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So now you go, Diego.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Already.
You always go last.
I thought for sure I had chalks last week, too. I'm like, oh, this is good. I was wrong. All right. My first pick for Stafford is Marcello Rufano in the SKs. All right? Yeah, God bless you.
I know I'm allergic to that pick.
Yes. Speedbowl. I'm going with the King in the mini stocks.
I thought about that. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good pick.
I'm going with the King in the mini stocks. The touring series, I'm going with Brett Meservey.
Wow, in the
Claremont
race?
Yes.
That's nice.
My wild card is Jacob Burns tomorrow night
Oh, okay.
in the Legend car.
So I got to update this stuff quick, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Legend car. And my last one, it was going to be Gaedeke, but I'm going Ryan Lineman too. With Lineman.
Come on, dude.
That's a chalk
Freaking
pick. It's a chalk
piggyback.
pick.
You're not going to catch me doing that.
Oh, yes, I am.
How do you figure?
I don't know. Well, Kamala does it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Diego, the problem is you always pick after him, I feel like. How are you going to do that?
He only fills in 4 and then figures out the last one.
I do. I'm like, oh, Sid, that was a great
good one
pick.
pick. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's go. We're going to try something new with our girl, Remy.
Oh, God.
It's time for the Myers
I'm kind of sweating. I'm not going to lie to you.
Why?
Crazy Hollow.
It's hot in here.
Theory.
It's hot. in
I'm
here.
over here sweating. This hot seat is hotter than I expected.
Oh, no, wait. What happened? Wait, no.
are you doing?
No.
Hiya.
No, we're going to do that right. Damn it. All right, here we go. All right, so the pop culture minute has been fun, but I've already started worrying about how am I going to actually have all these racing related things to pop culture. And then I thought, oh, just utilize Remy a little bit here. So here's what we're going to do. We probably can do this quite a bit over the years. I'm going to throw something on the screen from pop culture. So it could be a movie. Don't peek over here, Remy.
Okay.
Could be a movie, could be a musician, television show,
Yeah.
or a sport.
Yeah.
Something relevant, something that even casual fans, you may say, should know about. Okay. So Rems, we're gonna start. I feel like you're gonna do. You got a shot with some of these. All right. I'm gonna start you off easy with this one. I'm gonna put this up on the screen for you. Can you tell me what that is?
A set on a movie.
Yeah, but what movie?
I know the movie, but I don't know the name right.
You know the movie, but you don't know the name.
Okay, I watched it in college. Why you gotta do that to me? I'm literally sweating right now. Isn't it like Doctor?
Nothing.
Part of me wants to say Doofenshmirtz, but it's not that.
Yo, Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
You're as bad as I thought you were going to be in this. Okay, so that is the Witch's Castle from The Wizard of Oz.
No.
All right. Now,
No.
can you- Oh, no.
Ain't no way.
Oh, it is.
I know.
It's only
that
the most
movie.
popular movie
I know
probably
that
of
movie.
all time.
Are you kidding me?
Only
No,
rivaled by
I
Gone with the
Bad,
Wind.
that
bad
movie.
jive by you.
I know that
Okay.
movie.
0 for 1. Now, what is this?
A restaurant. I feel like it's on a TV show. Seinfeld?
Wow.
Oh, my God.
She did it. Good job by you,
That made
Remy.
me so nervous.
All right. What is this?
Back to the Future car.
Oh, she's on a
I
roll.
told you she was going to get that one, Sid.
All right. Yeah, you did. Good job by you. All right. Who is this?
Is he from Aerosmith or
He is not.
no? Is his
You're
name
cl- you-
Steve?
He's no, it's not actually. you're in the ballpark though. You're not completely in left field right now.
Guns N' Roses. I don't know. You're making me really nervous right now.
I mean, I almost want to give you a point because it's well out of your wheelhouse, but that's the legendary Eddie Van Halen with his Frankenstein guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should know that. All right, who's this?
A man.
That is correct.
I don't know his name. I don't know who he is
David-
whatsoever.
David Lee.
Stop it.
No, come on.
That is Shohei Ohtani. He's one of the most dynamic baseball players in the sport as
Baseball?
right now. Yes. He pitches and he's an unbelievable hitter. And lastly,
If he gave me
what is this?
Oh, I know what that is.
a sci-fi movie. I don't know. That looks like a big spider, in my opinion. I don't know. I have never seen that movie. I probably will never. Well,
It's not a movie.
movie.
That is the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, I don't watch Stranger Things.
You're like one of the only people on Earth that don't, but
I
that's
know.
why you make this segment
I've
so good.
Never heard it.
What's a
I've
Stranger
heard
Thing?
of Stranger Things.
Sid, you're 4 for 5 in here. People
But-
that don't watch it.
Yeah, well, you guys are all losers. It's one of the best shows on
Okay.
Netflix. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ.
I tried watching one episode and did not even get like 5 minutes.
There was
in.
no Kelsey Ballerini songs in it, so you lost interest?
No, that
No, it was that Carpenter person.
Sabrina.
Sabrina
Oh,
Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, right. Summer song, whatever. All right, listen, Rems, that was a lot of fun. Trust me,
For
we
you.
will do that again. Rob,
my God.
get yourself ready because it's time for Busy Bee Learning Center is going to sponsor, and the live chat. Get ready because we need to figure out who won the week.
Yes, sir.
Who are you?
Who's doing it?
Who are you?
Rob, that was terrible.
What? You never once alerted me that it would be me.
Dude, I swear he actually does not even hear us.
No, you
when we
did not
talk.
say it. No,
Because
no, that's a
that's the reason
psyop
I
right
said
there.
it.
No, did not
Yeah,
happen.
That's the reason I said it was because he was not doing anything, and I was like, "Is it him?"
No, I clearly made that.
Right.
Dude, seriously, you need to start.
No,
utilizing
this is a
Q-tips or
psyop.
something.
This is a psyop. I refuse to accept this. I know there's some
Just
early
remember,
onset dementia,
okay.
but this one I know
remember.
for a fact.
It's already weird enough that you said handicapping is a gimmick in short track racing, but just remember that we record these sessions. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I suggested, okay, that handicapping may not be the greatest thing to ever occur in short track racing. I just said I wasn't huge on it. Not that I hate it, not that it ruins the product.
he's not
Just
making it
not
better.
huge.
Diego, who won the week for you, my friend?
I know his pick,
Who's my pick?
Chris Jones.
No. No.
Then who?
I am going to say Jeff Taylor.
Yep, I think I'm with you on that one.
Right? Jeff Taylor, he deserved it.
I'm
How
trying
many
to
shots?
think. Let me see what I had here. I did write some things down.
Uh,
Jeff Taylor, Troy Tomlin, 3 wins. Bryson Robideau, 4 in a row. Tyler Chapman, 11th. Oh, listen, wait a minute. You know what? Real quick, if I may.
How about Root?
I'm sorry?
How about Root?
Oh, yeah, Norm Root,
Norm
3 in
Root.
a row as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just real quick, if I could.
How many did you get? 4 in a row? 4. Palmer said he had
Palmer's
4.
oh, that's right. Yep. Well, no, it was actually 3, isn't it? Is it 4?
Yeah.
All right. So it could have been 5.
I was going for 5.
Okay.
110%. It didn't work out.
All right. All right. Listen, I forgot real quick. I need to update the old Chapman count here. So SK Light's on 11 now.
Oof.
Truck in the meltdown. With no points for meltdowns. I mean, maybe we could reevaluate that for next year.
Give him a bonus point for the
Maybe a
meltdown.
know.
I know he won the won the show.
We could put a bonus point in there, but as it stands for right now, it is 11-7. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. I'm not sure if he's got a chance, but we'll keep our eye on it for the rest of the season. All right. What do you got, Rem?
What about Close Saunders?
Sure. Is that who you want to vote for?
No, that's not who I'm voting
Oh, you
for,
just
but
want-
I just want to
Throwing out
give
more
out
people's
some
names?
more names.
Okay.
So who do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with someone different because I feel like everyone's gonna choose the same. Bradley Strickland.
No, that's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a
Well
good one.
deserved.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Yeah.
I'm going to go with short track handicapping. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you already
Stop.
cast your votes. Sid. Don't make me recalculate all this. It's a very complex process.
What
you
about
can
you,
see.
I
Jason?
know, math is hard.
Yeah, it's a note where I
Who am I
type
picking?
I every
Yeah.
time there's a vote for someone.
Jeff Taylor. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like that's just legendary. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that guy tried so hard for so many years.
Oh, yeah.
For him to finally pull it off, like that's just
It's
unreal.
actually inspiration
I've
for
been
us
cheering.
older guys.
I've been the last probably 3 years I've been cheering for him.
Yeah. That's
Diego,
great-
you're feeling like a spring chicken right now.
Why? Oh, because he's 57? Yeah, it's
I was
true.
gonna say you could get back
I'm like,
out there.
Yeah, I might have a shot here.
You gonna go run Oxford?
No.
Why not?
No, I'm lucky I can make it around the bowl.
Yeah, I got Jeff Taylor as well.
Scott Chapley, I will fight you about this Stranger Things thing. Stop. Take a break from the documentaries. I mean, I make documentaries. I get it, but Stranger Things is badass. Somebody your age would like it. Stop being a dork and watch it, all right? All right, what do we got for a tally? Let's go.
Well, the votes were pretty heavily concentrated behind one person this week, but I'll read them off anyway. We got Chris Jones with 1 vote.
Nice.
Bradley Strickland with 1 vote. And Jeff Taylor wins the week with 10.
And rightfully so. Of course.
Very deserved, very much so.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, I like that.
I threw that extra one in there for you, but let's just wrap this show up. I'm just hitting the wrong buttons. It's getting a little ridiculous.
You think Jeff Taylor's going to go for one more? Or you
I
think
hope
he's
so.
done?
Listen, once the music starts, you got to stop talking over there.
Me?
We'll beat the clock. Yeah,
I'm still here.
All right, join us on, follow us on socials. We'll have all kinds of stuff for you every day. Diego, take us home with some shout out.
Hey, thanks to Fowler's Auto Wrecking for the weekly update. Waddell Communications for the Nostalgia Nugget. Hoosier Tyrese for the Popcorn Stat Chat. Serve Pro for the Chalkboard Chatter. Of course, Race Day CT for the weekly pick'ems. Our friends over at Busy Bees Learning Center for Who Won the Week. Monaco Ford, thanks for the results ticker. Myers Creamery for the Pop Culture Minute. Broadbrook Heating and Cooling for Did You Know? Seekonk Grand Prix for firing up the hot seat. And I want to thank my boy Jason Palmer for showing up tonight. Thanks, buddy.
I wish Sid had better AC down here because this seat is hot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to the racing guys for their race this weekend at Claremont. Also, next weekend, we got the Bearable and 40.
Bearable Greco 43.
Yeah, Greco. I was thinking I was losing Greco 43. Also, thanks to my boy over here, Vault Productions, for this badass studio. I really appreciate it. And all you podcast members, thanks for joining. Thanks for keeping us going. Greatly appreciated. You guys have a great week. Till next week.
All right, everybody. Have a good weekend at the tracks. Support your local racetracks. And don't forget, if it rains out, binge Stranger Things on Netflix. We'll talk about it next week. See you later.